anniversary of Yankee Stadium, here is 1973 New York Yankee baseball. Today, the Yankees meet the Boston Red Sox. Brought to you by AFCO Financial Services, the people who say they believe in you and prove it by lending money to someone every 3 seconds of every working day. And by the brewers of Schaefer Beer as another major event in your Schaefer Circle of Sports. And by Getty, the company that gives you more for your money.
Also brought to you by Motorola, the makers of Quasar, featuring Instamatic color tuning. By Motorola.
Good afternoon, everybody, from cloudy Fenway Park in Boston. It's time for Yankee baseball and this afternoon's game between the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. I'm Frank Mercer, along with Bill White and Phil Rizzuto. As the Yankees try to go ahead in this series, they broke a 9-game losing streak at Fenway Park last night with a come from behind 5-4 win on a home run by Felipe Alou and a game-winning single by Bobby Mercer in the 9th inning. And the Yankees thus held on to first place in the American League's Eastern Division. They lead the Baltimore Orioles by 1 game. The Detroit Tigers gained a half a game last night by winning both ends of a doubleheader from Milwaukee. The Tigers are 2 games out and have passed Boston into 3rd place. The Red Sox in 4th, 3.5 games out. So every game continues to be very, very important. We had a lot of rain this morning. It's very humid this afternoon under cloudy skies with the sun trying to burn through. And, well, the sky is dark off in the distance. Bill White, I don't know whether you're a better weather forecaster than I am, but I don't think we're going to have any more rain for a while anyhow.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen up here in Boston, but I'm sure that we'll get the game in. I think they had a pretty good advance sale.
We do know one thing. Mel Stottlemyre will be pitching for the New York Yankees, and left-hander John Curtis will be on the mound for the Boston Red Sox, and Bill White will be back with the starting lineups in just 1 minute.
In a 4-week period recently, the Yankees attracted some big crowds, well over 40,000. 2 of these were over 60,000. And many fans were unable to obtain box reserve seats after standing in line at the stadium ticket office on the days of those games. Now, we suggest you select the games and events of your choice now and order tickets early and in advance. You can order by mail. Just send your name and address along with your ticket order and the games and dates of your choice to the ticket manager, New York Yankees, Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, the zip code 10451. Box seats are still $4. Reserve seats $3. Please add 25 cents to your total order to cover mailing and handling charges. Tickets can also be purchased over the counter at Yankee Stadium and at the more than 100 Ticketron offices in the metropolitan area, including the Yankee office on the mezzanine of Grand Central Terminal. So avoid long lines, get your seats early, order early, and save a lot of time. A lot of big games coming up between now and the end of the year.
And pitching for the Red Sox this afternoon, number 22.
Well, looking at the starting lineup for the Yankees, Horace Clark is going to lead off and play second base. So far in the first 2 games of this series, Hoss is 0 for 8. He's batting .264, no home runs and 28 runs batted in. Matty Alou having a fine 2 games. He's 4 for 9. Matty now batting a .294. He'll play first base and bat second. Roy White, 2 for 8 in the series, will bat third and play left field. White batting just under .250 with 11 home runs and 43 runs batted in. Bobby Mercer really on a hitting tear. He's 4 for 9 here against the Red Sox with 4 runs batted in. He'll play center field and bat fourth. Mercer batting .316, 18 home runs and 74 runs batted in. Jim Ray Hart, 2 for 5 in the series with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Batting .247 on the year with 9 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Will be the designated hitter and he'll bat fifth. Thurman Munson will catch and bat sixth. Munson has been held hitless so far by the Boston Red Sox in the first 2 games. He's batting a point under .300 with 13 home runs and 47 runs batted in. Greg Nettles, a third baseman, 1 for 8 in the first 2 games, will bat seventh. He's batting .241, 14 home runs and 54 runs batted in. Felipe Alou, who got the Yankees started last night with his home run, his 4th of the year, leading off, will bat 8th, and he'll play right field. Alou 2 for 8 in the series, including that home run. He's batting .256, 4 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Batting ninth for the Yankees, a shortstop, Gene Michael. Michael batting at .232. He's 4 for 7 in the series, 3 home runs, and 39 runs batted in on the year. Michael will bat ninth and play shortstop. Pitching for the Yankees, Mel Stottlemyre. Mel making his 26th start. He's pitched 11 complete games. He's won 12 games and lost 9. Pitched 3 shutouts and an ERA of 3.24. Mel Stottlemyre pitching for the Yankees. Before we get to the Red Sox lineup, this is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. Let's pause for station identification.
Hi, baseball fans. This is Bill Edwardson. And if you want to have a little music to go along with your scores and sports comments, why don't you join me in the morning on Breakfast with Bill? 7 o'clock right here at WQBK and WQBK FM Rensselear.
Well, looking at the Red Sox lineup, Tommy Harper will lead off, and he'll play left field. Harper having a fine series. He's 4 for 9. He's hit 2 home runs against Yankee pitching in these 2 games, and he's driven in 4 runs. Harper in left field, batting at .266, 12 home runs now, and 48 runs batted in. Batting second, Doug Griffin, the second baseman. He's been moved up from far down in the batting order. Griffin has been held hitless by the Yankees, 0 for 8 in the 2 games. He's batting .281 on the season with a home run and 12 runs batted in. Reggie Smith, the center fielder, will bat third. He'll be followed by Carl Yastrzemski, the first baseman. Yaz has been held hitless, 0 for 5, but he's been walked 3 times. Orlando Cepeda, the designated hitter, will bat fifth. Batting sixth and playing third base is Rico Petrocelli. The 7th place spot will be held by the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Batting 8th and playing right field for the Red Sox, Rick Miller. Batting 9th, the shortstop, Mario Guerrero. Pitching left-hander John Curtis, making his 24th appearance for the Red Sox, his 21st start. He's pitched 7 complete ball games, has a record of 9-8, and an ERA of 3.20. Curtis, a big left-hander. Right now, we're being asked to stand for the singing and the playing of the national anthem.
John Tyler plays our national anthem.
Mercer mentioned to the Yankees still in first place in the American League East by 1 game over Baltimore. Yankees came from behind last night to beat Boston 5-4. Came from behind the last inning, and Baltimore beat Cleveland 5-1. Tigers 1-2 from the Milwaukee Brewers. So the Yankees with a 1-game lead over Baltimore, 2 over the Tigers, 3.5 over the Red Sox, 7.5 over the Milwaukee Brewers. In the West, and by the way, Charlie Finley's made a couple of more deals. He's picked up Jesus Alou, the brother of Matty and Felipe Alou from the Houston Astros. He's also picked up Vic Davalillo, a left-handed batter, from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he signed the former Chicago White Sox second baseman and Boston Red Sox second baseman, Mike Andrews. I think Mike Andrews joined the ball club today, and the other 2 will join the ball club a little bit later on. So Charlie Finley up to his old tricks. He's picked up 3 veterans, Jesus Alou, Vic Davalillo, and Mike Andrews. Right now, Oakland tied with Kansas City for first place in the American League West. Of course, Kansas City 1 percentage point behind Oakland. Minnesota 4.5 games out over there. In the National League East, the Cardinals have a 2-game lead over the Cubs, and in the West, Cincinnati Reds easing up on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Reds now only 3.5 games behind the Dodgers. So it looks like all the races are going to be close this year in the Big East. John Curtis beat the Yankees 1-0 on July 2nd in the first game of a 5-game series in New York. Big left-hander allowed just 8 hits. He lost to the Yankees 6-2 on April 15th. Then he had no decision. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 4-3 on April 8th. So Curtis on the year against the Yankees has won 1, lost 1. Lifetime against the Yankees, he has won 2 and he's lost 4. Horace Clark getting ready to step in for the Yankees is stepping in behind the mic. Here's Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill White, thank you very much. Horace Clark has gone hitless in this series. He's 0 for 8, and he's batting .264 for the year. He's up there as a right-hand hitter against the southpaw, John Curtis. Curtis making his 21st start, 7 wins, 3 losses, or rather 9 wins and 8 losses, 7 complete games and 3 shutouts. Petroselli stays in even with the bag at third on Clark. The windup, here's the first pitch of the game. Up high with a fastball, and we're underway. 1 ball, no strikes. Scoreboard has 1 out listed. The kick, the pitch. Down low this time, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Wishful thinking on the part of the scoreboard operator, I guess. We presume he's a Red Sox fan. 2-0 pitch to Clark. There's a strike call. 2-1. Another nice crowd. We look out in the bleachers, and they are nearly full. An indication of a good crowd. And the 2-1 offering from Curtis. Cut on and fouled back. Got him in on the fists, and it's fouled back into the stands. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's like here, Frank, the people who have the box seats here in Boston arrive at the ball game late. Most of the bleachers fill up early, and of course, I guess those are sold here the day of the game, and the people who come in the box seats keep filing in up until the 3rd inning.
So far, this series has drawn 65,000. The next pitch, cut on and fouled back off the mask of the catcher, Carlton Fisk. It's an unusual play right there. Fisk took the baseball, looked at it, and threw it out of play himself. Tossed it over toward the dugout. Plate umpire is Joe Brinkman. Hank Morganwick is at first base, Nestor Shylock at second, and Jimmy Evans down at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Horace Clark. The kick and the pitch. And, Fisk thought that was strike 3, and Brinkman says no. Clark took a good-looking pitch.
Yes, it was a good-looking pitch.
Full count, 3-2. I think Hoss got a little bit of a break right there. And the payoff pitch to him. Fastball is fouled back, and that'll be out of play on the screen. Red Sox have made 1 change with Mario Guerrero at shortstop in place of Luis Aparicio. Nothing wrong with Aparicio. He's getting a little rest this afternoon. Very often the case with some of the veteran players. They do not play a day game after a night game. And again, the 3-2 pitch to Clark. Here it comes. Fastball is lined to center, base hit. Fielded by Reggie Smith, and Clark is on with a leadoff single. And the Red Sox will not be happy about that base hit because they thought they had Clark struck out. The batter will be Matty Alou. He's had a good series, 4 for 9, and Matty is hitting .294. Matty Alou had 3 hits last night, stole a couple of bases. He also scored 2 runs, including the winning run. Yastrzemski holds Clark on at first, and the pitch to Matty. Low and outside, ball 1. Dick Hauser coaching at third for the Yankees. Elston Howard coaches at first. This is the only afternoon game in the major leagues, isn't it? Baltimore and Cleveland, an afternoon game, all right. Pitch is cut on, bounce to the left side. Shortstop Guerrero has it. Goes to second out there, back to first, safe. Matty Alou beats the play at first. Clark is out at second. Guerrero to Griffin. So Matty Alou running hard, beat the throw at first base. The Yankees have a man on with 1 out, and Roy White will be the batter. White is up as a right-hand batter. He's 2 for 8 in the series, and he's batting .248 on the year, 11 home runs and 43 runs batted in. The set by Curtis, the look to first, the pitch to White. Cut on, bouncing ball again to short. Guerrero has it, goes to Griffin out at second. No throw to first base. 2 outs, White on, and the batter will be Bobby Mercer. Mercer's base hit with the bases loaded in the 9th inning won last night's ball game for the Yankees. He drove in 3 runs on the evening to give him 74 for the year. Mercer is hitting .316, and he has 18 home runs. His game-winning single last night was his 10th game-winning hit this year, the most on the Yankee ball club. Bloomberg has 7 and Roy White has 7. Bobby has 11 hits in his last 20 trips to the plate. And if they kept records on breaking up double plays by intimidating shortstops and second basemen,
he'd be leading that too.
He sure would. He takes a low fastball, ball 1.
You know, you like to see a ball player play that way. Not just now because it's so close, but all year long. That's the way to play baseball. It's interesting to watch, and I'm sure the fans get a big kick out of it.
Something to watch for when the Yankees come home on August 7th and 8th against the Texas Rangers. Let's watch Bobby Mercer when he's on first base and the ground ball is hit. The way he really rips in at second base. It's clean play. It's hard play, but it's clean. There goes the runner, and the pitch is in the dirt. Throw to second base, and Matty Alou has stolen second. Or rather, Roy White has stolen second. He stole that base on the pitcher. Even though Curtis is a left-hander, he didn't look over there and went into a very exaggerated motion. Roy White got an excellent jump and steals his 11th base of the year.
Well, it's hard for those big, tall pitchers to get much coordination in pitching. Most of them, whether they're left-handed or right-handed, a lot of times they keep that front leg up in the air a long time. I think the nice height for a pitcher would probably be 6'1", be well coordinated.
All right, the count is 2 balls and no strikes to Mercer. He swings on this one and fouls it back. John Duffield Curtis II from Newton, Massachusetts. Lives now in Greenville, South Carolina, where he's a sports writer in the offseason. He comes set. White leads away at second base. And a 2-1 pitch to Bobby Mercer on the way. Swung on and fouled off again.
And he's 6'1". Just keeps that right leg up too long, that's all.
He may have grown a little bit since they printed that book. I'd like to ask him sometime after a ball game how he would write his own story on the game. He is a sports writer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. White at second, no score. There's the set, the pitch to Mercer. Hit on the ground through the left side, base hit. White around third, he's coming home, and there will be no throw to the plate. Harper throws into second base. The Yankees lead 1-0. So the stolen base pays off in a run, and Bobby Mercer has driven in his 75th run of the year. That's Bobby's 5th base hit in this series. He's now 5 for 10.
That's the second time he's gone to left field for a base hit, Frank.
Okay, Bill, and Jim Ray Hart steps in. He's had 2 for 5 in this series, a single and a pinch hit home run that tied up the game night before last. Right-hand batter. Jim Ray is hitting .247. He looks at a strike. Mercer at first. Yastrzemski will hold him on. Yankees with 60 wins and 48 losses lead Baltimore by 1 game, Detroit by 2, and Boston by 3.5. The set, the pitch. Low on the outside corner at the knees. Jim Ray steps away and not too happy about that call. No balls, 2 strikes. Curtis, very short stretch. Turns it loose. Breaking ball down low. 1-2. In addition to Yankees' 5-4 win over Boston last night, Baltimore beat Cleveland 5-1. Detroit swept Milwaukee 6-5 and 9-4. Kansas City edged Chicago 2-1. Oakland over Minnesota 4-3 in 11 innings, and it was Texas 4 and California 2. Jim Ray swings and misses the fastball. Strike 3. The Yankees score 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave a man on. At the end of the top half of the first, it's New York 1 and Boston coming to bat.
Avco Financial Services of New York has good news for anyone who's been noticing how far a dollar doesn't go these days. Now you can get nearly twice as much money at any of the 29 Avco offices in New York City or upstate. That's right. Instead of $1,400, now you can get up to $2,500. So anytime you see or hear anything advertised, remember who can help you buy it. And now Avco can help you with nearly twice as much money. Avco Financial Services of New York.
When you believe in people, the word gets around.
Avco Financial Services believes in people. Over 1 million people every year with over 1 million loans for everything from appliances to x-rays. So when you come into Avco, you come into money. Because if you deserve the credit, at Avco you get it. Spread the word. Avco Financial Services.
When you believe in people, it gets around.
This program is authorized under rights granted by the New York Yankees solely for the entertainment of audiences, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. Mel Stottlemyre has made the long walk from the Yankee bullpen out in right field where he's been warming up, and he's presently taking his warm-up throws into Thurman Munson. Stottlemyre is the leader on the Yankee staff in just about everything. He leads them in wins with 12, and starts with 25. This is his 26th. In complete ball games with 11, and in shutouts with 3. He's making his 4th appearance against the Red Sox. He lost to him 15-5 on opening day here at Fenway. Early complete game, beating him 6-2 on April 15th in New York, a 4-hitter, and he had no decision on July 4th, first game of a doubleheader, although he won 8 innings without allowing an earned run. Red Sox won that ball game 2-1. Sparky Lau lost it. Sparky, 0-4 against his former teammates. So Stottlemyre looking for his 13th win out there for the Yankees, and he'll have to face one of the Red Sox hottest hitters, Tommy Harper. Here's Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill, Tom is hot. He has 48 runs batted in. In the month of July, Harper batted .342, 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Right-hand hitter. And Stottlemyre's pitch is up high, had the plate but high, ball 1. Harper is hitting .266. He's had 2 home runs in this series and 4 base hits and 9 trips. Next pitch to him, swung on, bouncing ball past the mound. That's going to go on through, base hit. Clark chases the ball down into center field, but Mercer coming in gets it and throws it back into Gene Michael. So Harper leads off the Boston half of the first with a single to center field. And he, like Mercer, is now 5 for 10 in this series. Like Harper's going to start August just the way he ended July. Hot. Have to keep an eye on Harper. He's stolen 23 bases. So Stottlemyre will have to hold him over there at first. Matty Lou's on the inside corner of the bag. And the batter is Doug Griffin, 0 for 8 in this series. Griffin is hitting .281. Right-hand batter. Throw over to first base, safe. Good idea to see Stottlemyre throw over there a few times, trying to keep him as close as possible. And Munson will have his gun cocked and ready to throw to second. Here's the pitch, and it's butted foul off the first base side. Strike 1. At the end of 2 innings, Baltimore and Cleveland are scoreless. Mike Cuellar pitching for Baltimore and Dick Bosman on the hill for Cleveland. No score at the end of 2. That is the only other afternoon game in the major leagues. No balls and a strike to Doug Griffin, right-hand hitting second baseman. Harper starts walking off his lead at first. Stottlemyre makes him stop, and the pitch is butted fair this time, and that's going to be a base hit, I believe. He's safe. He got it by Stottlemyre, and once it passed the pitcher, it was a base hit between Stottlemyre and first base. So the first 2 men are on for the Boston Red Sox, and Reggie Smith will step in. Smith, a switch hitter, will be up there left-handed. Smith is batting .293. Munson is at the mound talking to Stottlemyre. Smith has gone 3 for 7 in this series. He's hit 14 home runs and has 41 runs batted in for the year. Now, Greg Nettles has some problem he wants to talk to Nestor Shylock about. Shylock now comes in toward the mound, and it's something about the bat being used by Reggie Smith.
I think Reggie had one of those Japanese bats in it with that little hollowed-out top. You know, the Japanese sent some bats over here that some of the players were using in spring training, and the top of it's hollowed out. And I don't believe it's legal in the American League. Now, Casco wants to talk about it.
Casco's going to bring it back out. I believe it's just sawed off, Bill. Take a look at it through the binoculars. I grabbed Bill Kane's binoculars. It's sawed off flat, really. But that is illegal. I'll tell you, one of the Yankees had a bat like that, and it was ruled illegal. Jerry Moses got an order of bats that were too long. He had them sawed off and went to the umpires with him, and they said, no, he could not use it. That's what it is.
Well, I hope they didn't make Reggie too mad now.
Well, let's hope not. We'll see in a minute.
He's got a little temper. Of course, that can either hurt or help.
All right, he's up there with runners at first and second and nobody out. Greg Nettles is the one that noticed it, called time immediately, and asked Nestor Shylock, the chief umpire, about it. Reggie cuts on it, pops it up off the fist. Yes, to Greg Nettles. And Nettles nonchalantly one-handed. So Smith is out on one pitch. The runners, of course, holding. And Carl Yastrzemski steps in.
A lot of times, Frank, I always wondered sometimes why, especially on a soft surface like here in Boston, the player doesn't sometimes intentionally drop that infield fly just to see what the runners will do. Of course, they would advance at their own peril, and I've seen times when a runner's gotten confused on the infield fly, and the ball's been dropped, and he has run.
Really?
And he's been put out.
I don't believe I've ever seen it happen. Okay, you got one out, and Carl Yastrzemski, the batter, 0 for 5 in the series, and Yaz is hitting .257, 12 homers, 52 runs batted in. Left-hand batter swings on the first pitch and fouls it away to the seats on the third base side. Strike one. Basically, the rule in baseball concerning the bats is they can't be tampered with. They can't be altered. And it's not going to help or hurt a bat, I don't think, to saw the end of it off, but you just can't do it. The rule says you cannot alter the bat, other than with rosin or pine tar. You can put that on the handle. The 0-1 pitch will be coming down to Yastrzemski. Here it is, and he takes it high for a ball, 1-1.
Stottlemyre's going to have to keep a close watch on Harper. Now, he's an excellent thief of third base. He gets a walking lead, and it really jumps in there, and he stole third last night.
He certainly did. I'm sure Stottlemyre's thinking about that. He looks back there at him. Makes him stop and deals the plate down low with a breaking ball. Harper's been thrown out only 6 times. He's stolen 23 bases and thrown out only 6, which is a good percentage. Very good percentage. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Yastrzemski. Cepeda is on deck. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball foul outside of first. And Don Lenhart, the first base coach, tracks it down. Eddie Popowski coaches over at third. Lenhart throws that ball out of play. Oh, it's a lot darker now than it was when this game started. Heavy cloud cover. Wouldn't be surprised to see the lights go on here pretty soon. Maybe for the second inning. Harper at second, Griffin at first, 1 out. The Yankees leading 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. Stottlemyre comes set at the belt. Right-hander kicks and deals. Fastball is lined to center field. Bobby Mercer coming, and he makes the catch. Throws back to second base, safe. Bobby Mercer running hard, straight in. Pulled that one in off his shoe top. Fired the ball in to Clark at second base, but Harper got back. Yastrzemski is out on a liner to Mercer. 2 down, and the batter will be Orlando Cepeda, the designated hitter. Cepeda is 3 for 8 in the series, and for the year he's batting .283, 15 home runs, and he leads the Red Sox in runs batted in with 54. Right-hand hitter, close stance, deep in the batter's box. Wears a bright red glove on hhis left hand. The pitch to him. Throw to first base and safe. Matty Alou tried. The pitch was taken low for a ball. Matty Alou tried to sneak in behind Griffin. Munson fired down there, but Griffin got back. Of course, Alou is not holding with the runner on. He's playing deep and over toward the hole, but he went racing in behind Griffin, and Munson threw, but they didn't get him. 1 ball and no strikes to Cepeda. 2 on and 2 gone. The look back at Harper. The kick and the pitch, swung on in line to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Bobby Mercer to his left, cuts the ball off. Here comes Harper around third. He scores the tying run. Griffin goes into third base, and Orlando Cepeda has tied the ball game up with his 55th run batted in. Cepeda at third, or rather Griffin at third, Cepeda at first, and Rico Petrocelli will be the batter. The score is tied 1-1. Petrocelli is 3 for 8 in this series, including his 13th home run. He has 38 runs batted in, and he's batting .247. Right-hand hitter, crowds the plate. Swings on the first pitch and fouls it over the roof on the right side. Ball game tied 1-1 here in the bottom half of the first. Carlton Fisk, the catcher, is on deck. Stottlemyre has the sign. Comes set. Right-hander deals. In there for a called strike 2. Knee high and got the outside part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Petrocelli. They play Petrocelli as a pull hitter. The infield and the outfield swung around to the left side. There's no right fielder, really. Felipe Alou is well over towards center. Stretched by Stottlemyre. And the pitch coming. Checks his swing. It's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. .315 feet to the green monster on left field. .420 to deep center. .302 to the right field foul pole, but to right field it's .380. And the pitch low and outside, 2-2. The left field wall is 37 feet high, topped by a 23-foot screen. Two pitch coming, foul back over the roof. Count holds 2-2 on Petrocelli. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The score tied 1-1. Stottlemyre looks to Munson, brings the hands together, and the pitch. High with a fastball. Full count, 3-2. The runner at first, Cepeda, is now released. He'll be going with the pitch. Griffin at third takes his lead in foul territory. Stottlemyre plants the right foot on the rubber, looks into Munson. Stottlemyre works off the third base side of the pitching rubber. Starts his stretch. There goes Cepeda. Here's the pitch. Cut on, popped up, got him on the fist. Greg Nettles at third base, settling under it, near the bag. And he makes the catch to retire the side. The Red Sox tied up with 1 run on 3 hits, no errors and 2 men left. And at the end of 1, it's Boston 1 and New York 1.
Every day is Dad's Day at McDonald's, because McDonald's has something Dad can really sink his teeth into. It starts with a quarter-pound, 100% beef patty. We cook it up just right, then serve it with ketchup, mustard, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. McDonald's new Quarter Pounder, or Quarter Pounder with cheese. It's just right for a dad.
You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Try McDonald's great new sandwich, the Quarter Pounder, available right now at all McDonald's in the Capital District and throughout the Great Northeast.
this is Ted Macedas of Just Plain Jazz. And in the background, you're listening to the jazz stylings of Mr. Lionel Hampton. On Saturday, August the 4th, Just Plain Jazz will present a special tribute to Mr. Lionel Hampton.
You're listening to WQBK and WQBK-FM Rensselaer, where you'll find John's World every day from 11 to 3 and Sunday nights from 7 to midnight. I'm John Watson, and you're invited to pay us a visit. When you do drop by, though, be sure and bring a friend. It's a lot more fun that way.
From Fenway Park, game time 7:30. Steve Klein against Roger Moret. As you mentioned, Frank, I think it's very odd. You come up to Boston and you see three left-handers. Had Lee last night, Curtis here today, and Moret tomorrow.
You know, there was some talk that Boston might wind up with a pitching rotation of four left-handers. But Theon came back night before last, pitched a fine ball game, and evidently his arm trouble is okay. Marty Patton was throwing in the bullpen last night. Whether that is an indication or not, we don't know. And the lights are turned on as we go to the second inning. Thurman Munson will lead it off. Thurman is looking for his first hit in this series. He's 0 for 7, but he's still batting .299 for the year. 13 home runs and 47 runs batted in. The lights are on at Fenway as we go to the second. And Curtis' first pitch, outside, ball one. Curtis twists around at the waist if he's trying to loosen up some muscles. Left-hander pumps and deals. Munson swings. Ground ball is hit to short. Dug up one-handed by Guerrero. He throws, and Munson is out. Mario Guerrero throws out Thurman Munson, one down. And now Greg Nettles. Nettles 1 for 8 in the series, and he's batting .241 on the season. Left-hand hitter. We're in the top half of the second inning. And the first pitch to Nettles, taken low, ball one. Nettles wants the baseball examined.
Fisk doesn't want to give it up. He thought it was a strike.
Brinkman looks at it, says it's all right, and it stays in the ballgame. Joe Brinkman at the plate, Hank Morgan Wick at first, Nestor Shylock at second, and Jim Evans at third, the umpires. 1 ball and no strikes to Greg Nettles. Nettles steps in, now steps out, smooths dirt around. Now he's back in again. Pitch to him is low again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Baltimore and Cleveland scoreless at the end of 2 innings. The only other afternoon game, Cuellar against Bosman. And the pitch is low again, ball 3. Pirates and the Mets play a twilight doubleheader at Shea tonight. St. Louis at Montreal for a doubleheader. There's a strike, 3-1. Detroit at Milwaukee, Kansas City at Chicago, Texas at California, and Minnesota at Oakland in the other American League games all tonight. 3-1 pitch to Nettles. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So full count. Curtis has struck out 1. He has not walked anybody. Felipe Alou is on deck. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. Rolls over near the Boston dugout. 1 out, nobody on. Score tied 1-1 here in the second inning. Curtis looks down, has the sign from Fisk, and the pitch. Swung on, bounced foul outside of first. Past Coach Elston Howard. Curtis looks in, rocks back, kicks and deals. Fastball is hit to first base on 2 hops. Glove by Yastrzemski makes the play unassisted. That's all for Nettles, and there are 2 down. The batter will be Felipe Alou. Felipe is 2 for 8 in the series and has a batting average on the year of .256. He had his 4th home run of the year last night to open up the 9th inning, and the Yankees then went on to win the ball game 5-4.
24.
Felipe has 21 runs batted in. Right-hand hitter. 2 of Felipe's 4 homers have been hit against the Red Sox. He rips at the first pitch and misses. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 ball game. Curtis ready again, whips it down, and Felipe fouls it back. Got him in on the fist. And it's off the face of the roof, bounces back downstairs. I'll tell you the truth, it looks like another crowd close to 30,000, Bill.
Easily. That can't be under 28.
The 0-2 pitch to Felipe Alou coming high. A ball, 1-2. Last night's crowd of 33,084 was the largest crowd of the year here at Fenway Park. Now the 1-2 pitch to Alou. Checks his swing and it's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And total attendance for the Red Sox so far this year, Frank, 931,265. So they'll be close to 1 million when this series is over.
Well, they sure will. Pitch to Felipe, hit on the ground, a shortstop. Guerrero's up with it, skips a couple of times, throws to first, and just does get him. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across, and at the end of the top of the second, the score. New York 1 and Boston 1.
Here's another sound of Schaefer. The beer smooth as a saxophone. Schaefer, the wonder to have when you're having more than one. Talking about attendance, and the Yankees also have had pretty good attendance marks this year. They've drawn 881,549 at home and 826,309 on the road. Of course, that doesn't count today's ball game here in Boston. And the Yankees will be back home to play the Texas Rangers on Tuesday night, a twilight doubleheader, August 7th. Texas will also be here for an afternoon game on the 8th. And that little young left-hander, Dave Clyde, won yesterday. So he might just pitch that ball game, one of those ball games on Tuesday or Wednesday. And, of course, good chance to see Jim Bibby in one of those ball games, too. He will watch the rotation for Texas and let you know. But that should be pretty good matchups there at the stadium, Frank.
Certainly should. The Rangers playing good ball right now. All right, Carlton Fisk will lead off the second inning. Right-hand batter. And the first pitch to him, and he is hit by it. Fisk is hit. Down he goes. Up he comes, and down to first base. The trainer, Buddy LaRue, is going to check him. Looks like got him in the shoulder. May have glanced off his shoulder and also hit him in the neck. Buddy LaRue, the trainer, is out to check up on him, and Fisk goes down to first base, hit by the pitch. Got his hand, too. He threw his hand up there to protect himself, and that's what hurts, mainly the hand. The right hand is throwing hand.
Rick Miller.
The batter will be Rick Miller, the right fielder.
Right field. Miller.
The Yankees hold most of the attendance records here at Fenway Park. The largest crowd they ever had in this ballpark was 41,766 for a doubleheader against the Yankees on August 12, 1934. The ballpark officially holds only 33,379. The biggest single-game crowd here was against the Yankees on August 7th in 1956, 36,350. Largest night crowd here was 36,228 against the Yankees on June 28th of 1949. Fisk is okay, holding his right hand, but he takes his lead at first base. Alou will hold him on. And the batter, Miller, left-hand hitter, takes low, ball one. Fisk, when he came up, was hitting .271 and still is. Miller is batting .183 with 1 home run and 14 runs batted in. One of those runs batted in beat the Yankees night before last. He had the game-winning hit. He takes low again, 2 balls and no strikes. Score tied 1-1 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Baltimore leads Cleveland now 2-1 at the end of 3. Stottlemyre comes, set and deals. Miller swings, lines one to left center field. That may be trouble, and it's going to be a base hit. Bouncing to the wall. Fisk around second on his way to third, around third coming home. Throw goes into second base behind the runner, and he is out at third base. Miller is out at third as Clark relayed the ball on to third base. Bobby Mercer threw to the wrong base, really. Bobby Mercer threw to second behind the runner. Clark alertly took the throw and fired on to Nettles at third. And Miller is out at third base. Casco and Popowski are arguing the call.
They got a pretty good argument. Nettles made a good play. He grabbed that ball, and Miller actually overslid the bag a bit, but he held on to the bag. And Nettles, when he went down under the arm of Miller and just lifted up off that bag. So Greg made a pretty good play there, and Popowski and Casco and Miller arguing down there with the third base umpire, Jim Evans. They have a pretty good argument.
It'll be a double for Miller and a run batted in as Fisk scores to put the Red Sox in front 2-1. Casco walking back toward the dugout with his young right fielder, Rick Miller. 1 out, nobody on. And the batter will be Mario Guerrero, the shortstop. Guerrero is hitting .255. The smile I see on Nettles' face.
He got away with it then.
Pitch to Guerrero, swung on, hit in the air to left center field. Roy White going back. He's under it and makes the catch. 2 down. Score the play on Miller, 8-4-5 from Mercer to Clark to Nettles. Some good base running, really, by Miller. As the throw came in behind him, he kept right on going. All right, 2 down. Here's Harper. Tommy takes low, ball 1. Harper singled and scored in the first inning. Stottlemyre winds and deals. Harper takes. Ball 2 down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Michael plays him over in the hole at shortstop. And the next pitch to him. Swung on. There's a drive high and deep to center field. Mercer going back. It's going to be off the wall. Mercer plays it on the second bounce, and Harper pulls in at second base with a double. And Harper continues his heavy hitting as he has just doubled off the wall in center, putting his batting average up to .270, and that's his 13th two-base hit of the year. He is 2 for 2 in this ball game. And now the second baseman, Doug Griffin. That play at third base looms larger and larger as Munson goes to the mound and the Yankee bullpen goes to work. Looks like Doc Medich, and that's who it is, warming up. Reggie Smith has just brought a bat out to the plate umpire, Joe Brinkman, asking if that is okay to use it.
You know, I think that's that same bat. They just took it in there and rounded it off a little bit.
Is that it?
I believe so. That's why Reggie wanted to let Brinkman look at that bat.
All right, now we have Griffin standing in. He beat out a drag bunt for a base hit in the first inning. Right-hand hitter. And he takes a strike over the outside corner, and he drops his bat at the plate, turns his back on the plate umpire, and towels come flying out of the Boston dugout down the first base line. He didn't drag the bunt, he pushed the bunt between the mound and first base. He's a right-hand batter. And beat it out for the base hit. And the Red Sox are not happy with the umpiring. There's the set by Stottlemyre. He checks Harper at second, and now the pitch. Taken outside for a ball, 1-1. Reggie Smith on deck. And the pitch from Stottlemyre. Swung on, bouncing ball hit to the left side. Nettles cuts in front of Michael, has it, throws, he's out. Griffin is thrown out by Greg Nettles, and the side is retired. The Red Sox score 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a man left. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it's Boston 2 and the Yankees 1.
Nine.
Rest your eyes.
8.
Exercise your imagination.
7.
Hollywood Radio Theater becomes part of QBK's John's World on Labor Day, September 3rd at 12:30 p.m. Join John Watson at WQBK AM and FM, Q13 and Q104, Monday through Friday for Hollywood Radio Theater.
Each week, a 5-part dramatization of a famous mystery novel. Tales of suspense, detection, action, mystery, and horror.
Starts Labor Day at 12:30 p.m. on QBK.
Well, the Yankees play one more game here tomorrow night, then they'll go up to Detroit to play the Tigers. Friday night, Saturday night, an afternoon game Sunday, and another night game on Monday, and they'll be home on Tuesday night to play a twilight doubleheader against the Texas Rangers. Also play Texas on Wednesday afternoon. They're off Thursday, and then, of course, the Oakland A's come in. Friday night, August 10th. That's Gene Michael night at the stadium. And on the 11th, of course, that's a Saturday afternoon, the annual Old Timers game. And I understand that reserve seats are still available for that Saturday afternoon Old Timers game.
All right, Bill, and here's Gene Michael to lead off the 3rd inning. Michael's had a good series, 4 for 7. And on the year, Gene is hitting .232, 3 home runs and 39 runs batted in. He's up there as a right-hand batter against the southpaw John Curtis. And the first pitch, strike 1 call, in at the letters. Boston leading 2-1. Top of the 3rd. The Yankees scored in the first on a single by Clark. A couple of force outs. Matty Alou forced Clark. White forced Matty Alou. Michael fouls a pitch back into the stand, strike 2. Then White stole second and scored on Bobby Mercer's base hit to left field. And that's the only run for the Yankees. No balls and 2 strikes on Gene Michael. Michael wears the protection on the left shin. Plastic shin guard. Curtis kicks and deals. Fastball is hit in the air to center field. Reggie Smith is there and takes it out number 1. That will bring up Horace Clark. Clark set the stage for the Yankee run with a game-opening single to center field. Clark is now hitting .266. He cuts on the first pitch and lines it to left, base hit. So Clark is 2 for 2. They shut him out his first 8 times up in the series, but now he is 2 for 2 in this ball game. And Matty Alou, the batter, grounded into a force play to the shortstop, Guerrero, his first time up. Matty is hitting .293, left-hand batter. Curtis looks over at first, kicks and deals, and Matty bunts foul off the left side of the plate. Strike 1. He was bunting for a base hit. Roy White is on deck. Cloudy skies, the lights are on, the fog has gone away. We were almost fogged in here last night at the ballpark. Yastrzemski holding Clark on at first base, and a throw over there drives him back to the bag. Boston out in front 2-1. The pitch to Matty, cut on and pop foul behind the plate. Fisk coming back, and at the screen he makes the catch. Matty Alou is out as Fisk just barely had room to get to that one in front of the screen. 2 down. The batter will be Roy White. Roy grounded into a force play to the shortstop Guerrero, his first time up. But he reached base on the play, stole second, and raced home with the Yankees' 1 run. White is hitting .247. Switch hitter batting right. Clark again leads at first base, draws a look from Curtis. Left-hander sets at the belt, looks over at first again and deals. White takes high, ball 1. Fisk cocked his arm but did not throw down to first base. Boston leading 2-1 here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Curtis ready again. Clark goes. The pitch is taken for a ball. Throw to second base. He's out. Griffin applies the tag, and Fisk throws out Clark trying to steal. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of the top of the 3rd, the score is Boston 2 and New York 1.
Well, the Yankees stayed Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. On Sundays, 10 in the morning until 5, and on night games from 9 in the morning until 11. Now, if you can't get down there, you can also order by mail. Make your check or money order payable to the New York Yankees. Of course, add 25 cents to total order for mailing and handling charges.
Watch your game on a sports set. Plays our color TV. Instamatic tuning and solid state are 2 of the features that make it top rate. Add our plug-in modules to the works in a drawer TV, and you have 1, 2, 3 big ideas in Quasar Color TV.
Motorola Instamatic Color Tuning. It's the finest color tuning system you can buy. Instamatic on Motorola's famous Quasar works in a drawer color TV. Just 1 button does it. And you can see Motorola Quasar now at Boardman Limited, 833 Broadway in Albany, at John's TV, 178 Main Street in Cohoes, and at the Carl Company, 430 State Street in Schenectady.
The first of 5 consecutive World Championship clubs. Ellie Howard, first base coach, will represent the 1963 club when he was most valuable player in the American League. So a lot of acceptances still rolling in for the annual Old Timers Day game, which will be on August the 11th at the stadium.
Okay, Bill, and here's Reggie Smith. Evidently, they fixed that bat up, if that's the same one, because he is allowed to use it. And the pitch to him is high for a ball. Now, you've got the binoculars. That same bat?
No, I made a mistake. It isn't.
Not the same one.
He went back and got another one.
Okay. Next pitch from Stottlemyre. He takes high again. 2 balls and no strikes. Reggie popped up in the first inning. Nettles complained about Reggie Smith's bat, and they made him toss it away and take another one. He swung on the first pitch and popped it up. 2-0 deal. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Boston leading by a score of 2-1. Smith is hitting .292. Stottlemyre delivers. Smith takes. Strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind, the pitch, change up. Struck him out swinging. Stottlemyre pulled the string and had him way out in front of the pitch. And that is the first strikeout for Stottlemyre. The batter is Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz lined out to Mercer in center his first time at bat. He's hitting .256. Stottlemyre's pitch. He takes a ball high. Cloudy skies here in Boston. Red Sox leading 2-1. Stottlemyre winds and deals. Yastrzemski looks, a strike call. Orlando Cepeda is on deck. Boston scored a run in the first. Cepeda drove Harper in from second base with a single. 1-1 to Yastrzemski. Swing and a miss, strike two. Good sinking fastball. In the second inning, Stottlemyre hit Fisk leading off, and Rick Miller doubled to center field. Fisk scored. Miller was out at third. Mercer to Clark to Nettles. Nettles backs off now. The 1-2 pitch to Carl is fouled down, comes up and hits him in the back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stottlemyre has the sign, rocks back on the left foot, and the pitch fouled away to the seats on the left field side. A ball and 2 strikes to Carl Yastrzemski. One out, the base is empty. They play Yastrzemski just slightly to the right side. And the pitch on the way. Swung on, bouncing ball hit to first base. Matty Alou has it. He'll take it unassisted. Yastrzemski is out. There are 2 down. And now Orlando Cepeda, who ripped a single into center field in the first inning to drive in the game's first run for Boston. Cepeda hitting .285 with 55 runs batted in.
Orlando Cepeda.
Right-hand hitter, closed stance, very deep in the batter's box. Right foot on the rear restraining line. Infield plays in the pull. The outfield is straight away. The pitch. Low with a fastball, ball 1. Rico Petrocelli is on deck. Stottlemyre delivers again. Cepeda swings and pops it up. Munson is after it in foul territory. Over near the seats, he makes the catch to retire the side. So it's 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. And at the end of 3 innings of play, the score is Boston 2 and New York 1.
When you hear some good listening music such as that, you have a pretty good idea where you're tuned, right? To WQBK, AM and or FM. This is Bill Edwardson, Program Director of QBK. We're very happy with the station we have. It's kind of a musical meatloaf, really. Something for everyone. Starting in the morning here on Breakfast with Bill from 7 o'clock until 11. And included in our show, of course, news from John Watson, the Crump Club, and other features as well. As we go on through the day, you'll find John Watson is in John's World with music. Jack Hoppy is at Jack's Place. John Doremus in the evening, when there isn't any sports. John Doremus is here with music. On the weekends, some very special things happening, too. Bill Fuller and Ted Mercedes with their jazz shows on Sunday and Saturday, respectively. Larry Barnett, Sunday mornings, with his Best of Broadway, all the great Broadway hit songs from 10 till 12 noon on Sunday mornings on WQBK FM. We hope you'll be listening to WQBK AM and FM more and more and more. And listen for giant football games this year on WQBK FM.
Yankees in the 4th inning. John Curtis taking a long time getting loose. And the big left-hander just threw his last warm-up toss into Fisk. Fisk goes down to second baseman Griffin, over to Guerrero, to Petrocelli, back to Curtis, and we're ready to go. White scored the Yankees' only run. He bounced into a force out in the first inning, went to stole second, and came in on a single to left field by Bobby Mercer. It'll be White, Mercer, and Jim Ray Hart for the Yankees here in the 4th inning. Red Sox leading 2-1. They play White straight away. He's batting right-handed. And the first pitch to him. It's a fastball that's outside. White hitting .306 right-handed. The wind and the pitch. Swung on line, foul outside of third base. 1-1. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. Let's pause for station identification.
If you enjoy good music and good company, too, then stay tuned to WQBK all day, every day. That way you'll be sure to join me, John Watson, in John's World. Make it part of your world, weekdays from 11 to 3, Sunday nights from 7 to midnight, on WQBK, AM and FM, Rensselaer.
One pitch to White is fouled off over the stands on the right side. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Roy batting .247. 11 home runs, 43 runs batted in. He leads the Yankees with 62 runs scored. The 1-2 pitch. Too high, 2-2. Phil Rizzuto, did you ever think you'd come to Boston and see 3 left-handers start for the Red Sox?
No way, not in the wildest imagination.
The 2-2 pitch is hit on the ground, knocked down by Petrocelli, but it goes on out in the left field. It'll be a base hit for Roy White. He takes a big turn there at first, but he'll go back as Tommy Harper gets the ball into second base. Roy White picked up his first base hit of the ball game off the glove of Rico Petrocelli. And for the Yankees, that's base hit number 4 against John Curtis. And that'll bring in the Yankees, Bobby Mercer. Mercer batting .318. He's driven in the Yankees' only run. He went to left field with a ground single, scoring White back in the first inning. Bobby now with 18 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Driven in those last 5 runs in this 3-game series so far. Of course, there's one more to go tomorrow night. The pitch to Mercer, outside and high ball. Bobby's 5 for 10 with 5 runs batted in so far in this series. Great job hustling into second base, breaking up double plays, playing excellent center field. Now the stretch. And the 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner, it's 1-1. Last time White got down there at first base, he stole second. That was his 11th stolen base of the year. He did that with 2 outs. It was a big steal because Mercer drove him in with a single. Curtis looking in for a sign. Now he's ready. And the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, call strike 2. She took a quick glance at the home plate umpire, Joe Brinkman. Both teams have been slightly upset by calls by the home plate umpire. On deck for the Yankees, Jim Ray Hart. Curtis taking a long time finding a sign. Now he sees one he likes. Checks White at first. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out with a high fastball. Strikeout number 2 for Curtis. And there's one away in the 4th inning as Jim Ray Hart steps in. Hart was the other strikeout victim. He was the 3rd out in the 1st inning. Jim Ray 2 for 6 in the series. His home run tied the opening game up 3-3. Yankees eventually lost it 4-3. Here's the first pitch to Hart. On the outside corner, strike. Curtis has been working away from Hart, working toward the outside part of the plate, and he's been getting it. White at first with 1 down. Red Sox leading 2-1 here in the 4th inning. Curtis sets up at the belt, throws the first. Wasn't a good move. White got back easily. Really telegraphed that move over there. Roy walking off at first. He doesn't have a big lead. Now the set by Curtis. Checks White 3 or 4 times. Now the pitch. Swung on line. That'll be a base hit over the second baseman's head. White around second. He's going to go for 3rd. And Miller will throw the ball into second base. He will allow White to go to 3rd unmolested. So the Yankees now with runners at 1st and 3rd as Jim Ray Hart singles into right center field. 1 down. The batter will be Thurman Munson, the catcher. Munson's been up once. He bounced to shortstop. Thurman has been held hitless by the Red Sox. He's 0 for 8 in the series. batting now at .298 with 13 home runs and 47 runs batted in. Yastrzemski will play behind Hart at first base. Hart still has a little trouble with his knees. Not only is Munson 0 for 8 in this series, he's 0 for 15 overall. Well, he's about due.
That's right, he was red hot there for a while. Lost the stroke out in Milwaukee. All teams, he'd been hitting them.
Here's a first pitch to Thurman. Swung on, hit foul outside of third, pulling the ball. Petrocelli runs it down as it kicks back into fair territory. Red Sox leading 2-1. Yankees threatening here in the fourth inning. They have runners at first and third. Only one out. One strike count on Munson. Sox with the infield back. Petrocelli plays a deep third base just about all the time. As Rick Miller now out in right field wants a pair of sunglasses. Evidently the Red Sox keep their sunglasses out in their bullpen.
Where's the sun?
Well, it's better to have them
Yep.
than not have them in case that sun peeks out. Well, time's called now as Miller picks up his sunglasses and he'll put them on out there. Doesn't hurt to have them. Save you a lot of embarrassment, some money too sometimes. Some managers fine you if you don't, you lose a ball in the sun. Hart leads from first, White from third with one out. One strike count on Munson. Curtis sets up at the belt. And the pitch. Outside, 1-1. This has been a close series. The Red Sox took the opener in the ninth inning. The Yankees came from behind last night with 3-1 runs to win it 5-4. And this ball game is 2-1 Red Sox, and we're in the fourth. Runners lead, and the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. On deck, Greg Nettles. Curtis taking a lot of time. Guerrero, the shortstop. Griffin, the second baseman, back looking for two. And the pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground in the hole. Guerrero has it, goes to second for one. Back to first, not in time. White scores, game tied up. Munson forces Hart 6-4. But the relay from Griffin back to Yastrzemski was not in time, so Thurman picks up his 48th run batted in. And this ball game is all tied up 2-2, and there's a sun, Scooter.
Yep. Miller was right. Hey, how about the way Yastrzemski cheated there? You can't blame him. They came way off the bag, hoping that the umpire might call him out. They made that play closer than I thought it would be.
Now Nettles wants to look at the baseball. Hey, you see where your old buddy Charlie Finley picked up 3 more veterans?
No, who?
Jesus Alou, Mike Andrews, and Vic Davalillo.
Holy cow.
Davalillo's a pretty good hitter. So is Jesus Alou.
And who'd he get rid of?
Well, he got rid of one guy today, and of course the other two, the Alou and Davalillo, will not report until Thursday. Nettles steps in for the Yankees with 2 down. Thurman Munson at first base. Here in the fourth inning, scores tied 2-2 now. A pitch on the outside corner. It's a call strike. Nettles bounced to Yastrzemski at first base his first time up. So he's 0 for 1. Well, they sent rookie pitcher Glenn Abbott back to Tucson. That's to make room for Andrews. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. And Davalillo and Jesus Alou won't join the A's until Thursday, so they won't have to send anybody else out until, tomorrow, right?
I'll tell you
that Finley, he's something, isn't he?
He didn't mind spending that money because those 3 guys have been around a long time.
Yep. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher. Guerrero, the shortstop, behind second base, grabs it and tags second base ahead of Munson for out number 3. But the Yankees pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a man on base. We go into the bottom half of the fourth inning. Scores all tied up. Yankees 2, the Red Sox 2.
You know that the bigger your car is and the faster you drive, the more gas you use up. Well, if you're looking for a way to beat the gas mileage problem and still enjoy a luxury car, one thing you can do is check out a Saab at New Salem Garage. Believe it or not, Fred Carl's New Salem Garage is the biggest Saab dealership upstate and among the top 10 in the entire country. He specializes in Saab with a full line in stock and a complete service and parts department. And right now, they're loaded with 73s. Every model from 99s to the 99 EMs and even those hard-to-find Saab 96s. But hurry, all models are in stock now, but they'll go fast. This is the end of the model year again, you know. If you're looking for a lot of car in a small, easy-to-handle and easy-on-the-gas model, test drive a Saab at Fred Carl's New Salem Garage, Route 85, a few miles southwest of Albany. Where else? New Salem. When you see all the Saabs, you're in New Salem.
Well, it seems like the Yankees just can't get away with a laugher anymore. These are those biting, scratching, tough games, but you know who's thriving on it? Bobby Mercer. Seems like he loves the competition, tough ball games.
He's really hustling. Here's Rico Petrocelli leading off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth. Rico popped to the third baseman Nettles his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Petrocelli, a right-handed hitter, likes to pull the ball. Takes a slide arm, a curveball outside. Rico with 13 home runs and 38 runs batted in. 3 for 9 in the series so far with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Salomar kicks and deals. A breaking ball driven to left field. That's going to be trouble. White can't get to it. He cuts it off. Petrocelli around first, but he'll hold there as White gets the ball in quickly to Horace Clark. And fortunately for the Yankees, Petrocelli holding at first base because the throw was off the bag and Clark had to knock it down. But Petrocelli singling to left field, leading off here in the fourth inning. Picks up his fourth hit of the series, and that'll bring in Carlton Fisk, the catcher. He was hit by a pitch and scored back in the second inning. Fisk batting at .271 with 19 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter. Starting catcher for the American League All-Stars. Stottlemyre sets up at the belt, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Two the score in the bottom of the fourth. Rico Petrocelli at first base with nobody out. Yankee infield on the left side playing deep. Clark cheating a little bit towards second. Now the set by Stottlemyre. And the pitch to Fisk. Bunted that, but he got the bat back. It's too low. 1-1. Fisk has Nettles deep behind the bag at third. He tried to drop one down, but the ball dipped down too low, and he got the bat back. Rick Miller, the right fielder, on deck. Of course, the Yankees would like to see Fisk bunt here. He's capable of hitting that ball all the way out of this park. He's already hit 19 home runs this year. Now the set by Stottlemyre. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Baltimore leading Cleveland 3-2 after 6. Nettles, Michael, Clark, and Matty Lou in the infield. White, Mercer, and Felipe Lou in the outfield. Munson gives Stottlemyre the sign. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up in the infield, out behind second base. Horace Clark and Michael there. Michael calls now. He's under it, and he's got it. 1 down. Here's Rick Miller, the right fielder. Miller doubled in a run in the second inning. So he's 1 for 1. The Red Sox think this young fella is their best defensive outfielder. Time's call now as he does a little excavating in the batter's box and cleans the dirt out of his spikes. Matty Lou holding Petrocelli at first base. Now the set by Stottlemyre. And the pitch. Swung on, hit on right. One hop to Alou. Goes to second for one. Back to first. Double play. Matty Alou turning a 3-6-3 double play. A hot one hopper to him. And he made the play easily. So for the Red Sox, the fourth, no runs on one hit because of the double play. Nobody was left on base. After 4, Yankees 2, Red Sox 2.
The Black Vote is shaking up the system for more jobs, better housing, and equal justice. Black votes like yours are helping us to win elections and change things. If you're 18 or older, register now. Then on Election Day, vote and really shake up the system.
Shake up the system. From the bad vote. Because it's on sale.
Shake up the system. Register and vote. Sponsored by the National Urban League.
For registration information, or if you'd like to volunteer to help get others registered, simply call in Albany either of these two numbers, 436-7734, 436-7734, or 436-8108, 436-8108, or drop by 12 Sheridan Avenue in the city of Albany.
Well, there'll be other ball players. Elston Howard, our first base coach, will represent the 1963 team. That was the year Ellie was MVP in the American League. And Mel Stottlemyre will represent the 1969 club when Mel won 20 and lost 14 and led the American League in complete games with 24. So remember, Old Timers Day, August the 11th. Okay, and now back to the young old-timer, Bill White.
All right, Scooter. Said Selkirk was strong, huh?
Oh, man, he was strong. We had some strong men. DiMaggio Keller, Twinkle Toes Selkirk, that outfield, Tommy Henrik. Weak infield, but strong outfield.
Felipe Alou steps in and takes high for a ball. With the top half of the fifth inning, the Yankees will send in Alou, Michael, and Clark. Felipe bounces short his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Curtis kicks and deals the next pitch. Too high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The Yankees have 2 runs on 5 hits, and the Red Sox 2 runs on 6 hits. Neither team has made an error in this ball game. Another close one. The next pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner. It's 2-1. And another fine crowd here in Boston. They'll go from 28 to 31,000 with this one. And the next pitch to Felipe Alou. A breaking ball. It's too low. Just missed. It's 3-1. Petrocelli plays a deep third base for Felipe. And Guerrero plays maybe 2 or 3 steps further back than Aparicio plays. Guerrero plays a deep short. Might be one of the reasons the Sox have missed a couple of double plays.
Could be, Bill. So all it takes is 1 or 2 steps deeper than, say, Aparicio would play, or the normal shortstop position. It does hurt you when you've got that real strong arm and you can figure you can play a little deeper.
So Fisk now, I think he's jawing a little bit with the home plate umpire, Joe Brinkman. He's been upset by a couple of calls by Brinkman. And he's still yakking at Brinkman. Fisk with his hands on his hips. He finally gets down in his crouch. Now he'll give a sign. Curtis looking in. Over the head. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Felipe Alou. A fastball hit on the ground to third base. Under the glove of Petrocelli. That ball could have been played. Harper gets it in the second, and Felipe Alou will hold at first base. An error for Rico Petrocelli. He moved to his left, and the ball didn't come up for him. Stayed down. He's given an error. That's the first error of the ball game. That'll bring in Gene Michael, the shortstop. One of the cardinal rules, or one of the rules of baseball, and it's a little damp and humid. That ball won't bounce, it seems. Really got to stay down on it.
Frank Crissetti was the great at that he'd come up with the ball and dirt in his glove.
Here's a set now by Curtis. The pitch to Michael. Bunted that. He got the bat back, but it was still a strike on the outside corner. Now Gene has a few words with Brinkman. Michael flied to center field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2 here in the 5th.
He's going to start getting real mad, that Brinkman. Both sides on him.
Well, look at him. He's John with Michael now. Stick just backed out. Got a handful of dirt. And Brinkman's giving as good as he's getting. He's tired of that. You know, it's tough to umpire. Both teams get on you.
Yep.
When Felipe Lou was up there, Fisk was on Brinkman. Now Michael a little bit upset. Now the set by Curtis. And the pitch. Too high. 1-1. One of these days, an umpire during a ball game is going to take that stuff off and says, okay, you guys umpire. Now the set by Curtis. And the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, bunted down third base side, but it'll be foul. Good bunt by Michael. It got halfway down the line and kicked off into foul territory, and Petroselli grabbed it. So Felipe Lou will have to go back to first. The count now on 6 is a ball and 2 strikes.
I say this is a game of inches, and boy, just for an inch or two, Yankees would have had runners at first and second and nobody out.
You know, Lee McPhail, the general manager of the Yankees, and I went to the Red Sox luncheon yesterday here in Boston, and they had Jumpin' Joe Dugan there. And I think they asked Jumpin' Joe about their managers, about their coaches. I'll tell you right after this. 1-2 pitch to Michael. Breaking ball, looped into left field. Harper starts back. Now he comes in. He's under it, and he's got it. One away. Felipe Lou goes back to first base. And they asked Jumpin' Joe about his coaches. Who coach? He says, well, we players coach. We didn't have any coaches. He says, if I played today, I'd go crazy looking around for a sign. He says, who gave the sign? We did what we wanted to do.
No.
Yep. He said the players would put the hit and run on, the steal on, and if I played today, I'd go crazy looking around for signs. I have a stiff neck.
Did he ever tell you how he got that name, Jumpin' Joe?
He told them, yeah. I'll let you tell it, though.
No, I don't know it. I want to know.
All
People
right.
have been asking me.
Here's Horace Clark. Line drive, base hit, left field, center field. Felipe Lou around second, but he'll hold there. Horace Clark, 3 for 3. And the Yankees have runners at first and second, only one down here in the 5th. You know, Jumpin' Joe played for Connie Mack, I guess, with the Phillies.
The A's.
With the A's, I'm sorry, yeah, down in Philadelphia, a town which, by the way, he doesn't like. And so he said every once in a while I'd get tired of playing, I'd take off to Atlantic City, I'd jump the ball club. And so then when I'd run out of money, he said I'd come back. But after I'd build up a little cash again, I'd jump back down to Atlantic City, and that's why they called him Jumping Joe Dugan.
And I thought it had something to do with the way he played third.
No, he just jumped the ball club. By the way, he admires Dick Allen for doing the same thing. Here's Matty Lou. Fastball chopped to third. Petroselli's got it. The second for 1. Back to first. Double play for the Boston Red Sox. 5-4 to 3, and they get out of the inning. For the Yankees in the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and a man left on. We go into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2. The Boston Red Sox just turned a 5-4-3 double play on Matty Lou to get out of that inning. It's the Sox first double play of this ball game. And Mario Guerrero, the shortstop, will lead off of the Red Sox here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Mario's been up once. He flies to left field. Scores all tied in this ball game, 2-2. Yankees picked up their run in the first inning. White got on a force-out, fielder's choice, stole second and scored on a single by Mercer. Red Sox tied it up in the first, a single by Harper, a bunt single by Doug Griffin, and a single to right center by Felipe Lou driving in the by Orlando Cepeda driving in the run. Sox added another run in the second inning. Fisk was hit by a pitch, and he was doubled in by Rick Miller. Yankees tied it up in the 4th. Here's Guerrero. Sidearm curveball is swung on and missed. In that 4th inning, Roy White singled to left. Mercer struck out, but Hart singled to right center, sending White to third, and Munson drove the run in with the bounce out. Too low. 1-1 on Guerrero. Mario, a right-handed batter, former Yankee. Takes inside, ball 2, 2-1. Stottlemyre working quickly. Lines and deals, and the pitch is fouled off. It's 2-2. Score is all tied up 2-2. Each team has 6 hits. The Red Sox have committed an error. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Stottlemyre's 2-2 pitch. Sidearm curveball, chopped slowly to third base. Nettles has it, fires to first. Guerrero's out. 1 away. Here's Tommy Harper. And does he have a hot bat? He's 2 for 2 in this ball game. Single to center, single to left, and double to left center off the wall. Harper now 6 for 11 against the Yankees with a couple of home runs, a double, and 4 runs batted in this series so far. Takes down low ball. The next pitch. On the outside corner, it's a call strike, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees and the Red Sox all tied up 2-2. So far this month, Harper has driven in 25 runs from the leadoff spot. Sidearm curveball is too low. 2-1. Mel doesn't like the sign from Munson. Now he's ready. Over the head, kicks and deals. Chop to third base. 1 hopper to Nettles. He's got it. Throw the first. 2 down. Harper's out 5-3, and here's Doug Griffin, the second baseman. He pushed a bunt to the first base side and beat it out for a base hit in the first inning. He's also bounced to third.
Doug Griffin. Second base, Griffin.
This fella has a good glove. He's handled 109 chances in 18 games. Plus whatever he's handled today in this ball game without an error. Takes down low. The next pitch. Outside, kicks off the glove of Munson all the way back on top of the screen. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Griffin. He's picked up 4 more assists in this ball game. So he's handled 113 chances in 19 games without an error. The next pitch, 2 low, ball 3. 3-0. On deck is Reggie Smith. And the 3-0 pitch. In there for a called strike. Griffin batting at 285. He has 1 home run. He's driven in 12 runs. Usually bats a little further down the batting order, but Louis Aparicio not playing. He took his spot in the batting order. Next pitch is in here to right field. Felipe Loser calling, backing up now. Under it, and he's got it. Well, that's it for the Red Sox. The 5th inning, 3 up, 3 down. After 5, Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Whenever there have been songs they've sung of home.
For hills of home.
Years beyond or within memory, home.
Baby, won't you please come home, I need.
And now, home. In many ways, our name tells the story of the Home Savings Bank. Whatever savings program you choose, Home pays you the highest rates of interest on your savings allowed by law. No bank offers more than Home. The Home Savings Bank. Growing. With offices in Albany, Colony, Greenwich, Hoosick Falls, and Guilderland. Growing. Not to be big, just to be better. An FDIC member, where most offices are open Saturdays.
Remember, whatever savings program you choose, Home pays you the highest rates of interest on your savings allowed by law. Open a Home savings account today.
Hi, baseball fans. This is Bill Edwardson. And if you want to have a little music to go along with your scores and sports comments, why don't you join me in the morning on Breakfast with Bill? 7 o'clock right here at WQBK and WQBK FM Rensselear.
Roy White steps in for the Yankees, leading off in the 6th inning. White has scored both Yankee runs. He bounced into a force out in the first, stole second, and scored on Mercer's single to left field. He singled to left field in the 4th and scored on Munson's bounce out. The first pitch from Curtis is a breaking ball down in the dirt. White batting .247. He scored 63 runs now for the Yankees. He's got 104 hits, 13 of those doubles, 3 triples, 11 home runs. The breaking ball is taken for a called strike. He's driven in 43 runs, and he's stolen 11 bases. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Bobby Mercer. Then Jim Ray Hart. The heart of the Yankees batting order here in the 6th inning. Curtis kicks and deals a 1-2 pitch. Inside, counts even 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to White. Swung on, chopped to third base, right over the line. Petrocelli with the long throw. They've got him by a step. Right on the line. Petrocelli behind the bag. Gunned him down. 1 away. Hey, Rico plays as deep a third base as anybody. Hard to get a ball by him. Bobby Mercer in for the Yankees. Mercer singled and struck out. 1 for 2. Batting .318 now. 18 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Takes high a ball. Now Petrocelli moves in at third. He's playing even with the bag. Second baseman Griffin back out on the grass. The next pitch. Swung on and fouled off. 1-1 on Mercer. Curtis with a new ball goes on the backside of the mound, gets the rosin bag, works the ball over just a bit. 1 out, nobody on here in the 6th. Score is tied 2-2. As the 1-1 pitch is in on Mercer, and he backs off. It's 2-1. Outfield playing around toward right field. 2-1 pitch. Curveball inside, ball 3. Jim Ray Hart kneeling in the on-deck circle for the Yankees. The next pitch. Curveball pulled foul outside of first, knocked down by Ellie Howard. And it's a full count. Bobby in this series has 5 hits and 11 trips, and he's driven in 5 runs. Phil Rizzuto mentioned the pressure bringing out the best in Bobby Mercer here in this Boston series. Good fielding, aggressive base running, clutch hitting. Curtis looking in. Now he's ready. Over the head, and the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up on the left side of the infield. Guerrero, the shortstop, back out on the grass. Now he comes in a couple of steps. He's got it. 2 down. Jim Ray Hart's in. He struck out and singled to right center. That single to right center a key in the 4th when that moved White to third base with only 1 out. Hart takes up and in a ball. When the Red Sox failed to complete a double play, they forced Hart at second. With Munson up, White scored. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes to Hart. Now Yastrzemski's almost playing second base for Jim Ray Hart. 2-0 pitch. Down low into the dirt. Ball 3, 3-0. Hart backs out, takes a look at his third base coach, Dick Hauser. I would think he might give him a green light here. The ball is in there. Short wall, 315 feet. The pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow center. Coming in is Reggie Smith. Still coming. He's under it, and he's got it. So Hart flies to Reggie Smith in shallow center for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Yankees in the top of the 6th. We go into the bottom part of the 6th inning. Scores all tied up. Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield believe there's more to good health than just paying bills. So we have a community education program offering booklets tuned to today's health problems. Currently available are The Will to Die, a frank discussion on the causes of suicide, an alarming problem among the young and the old. Another popular booklet, Food and Fitness, a simple guide to the relationship between exercise and proper food to your good health. Our third offering, The Alcoholic American. He's not a Bowery bum. He probably lives right in your block or may be a member of your family. The drug war goes on, and our booklet, Drug Abuse, the Chemical Cop-Out, has been updated. Middle age has its problems, many of which are discussed in the booklet, Generation in the Middle. And perhaps you might be able to communicate with your teenager better with our booklet called Adolescence for Adults. If you wish any of these free books, send a card to Blue Cross, Box 8650, Albany, New York.
Reggie Smith is going to lead off for the Red Sox as we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Smith has been up twice. He's popped to third and struck out. Also gotten a little upset at the home plate umpire, Joe Brinkman, for not allowing him to use a bat that he'd saw at the end of.
Number 7, Reggie Smith.
Reggie's a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Stottlemyre. Scores all tied up 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Smith, Yastrzemski, and Orlando Cepeda. First pitch is hit on a ground to first base. A foul just outside the first base bag. Matty Lou thought it was a fair ball. 1 strike count on Smith. The 0-1 pitch. Change-up, high and away, 1-1. Well, Baltimore now leads Cleveland 4-2 after 7. The next pitch is too low. 2-1. Eddie Popowski coaching the third for the Red Sox. Don Linhart at first. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on line, base hit up the middle. Reggie Smith got a fastball. And that's hit number 7 off Stottlemyre. Smith leading off here in the 6th inning by singling up the middle, and here's Carl Yastrzemski, the first baseman. He's lined to center, and he's bounced the first. 0 for 2. Yaz with 12 home runs and 52 runs batted in. He's 0 for 7 in the series. Alou will play behind Smith. Smith still bothered by the bad leg. Stottlemyre sets up at the belt. And the pitch. Outside and low ball. It's 2-2. Yankees and the Red Sox. In the bottom of the 6th, nobody out. Reggie Smith at first base. Now the set. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Yastrzemski trying to pull a pitch low and away. It's 1-1. Hank Aaron hit his 701st home run last night. He now needs 13 to tie and 14 to become the new all-time home run leader in the major leagues. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to Matty Lou. He'll go to second. They get the force there. Back to first. Not in time. The ball goes into the Red Sox dugout. And Yastrzemski will be sent to second base. They get the force there at second base, 3-6. And Michael is going to have to get an error. He threw that ball into the dugout trying to catch Stottlemyre covering first. And that's the Yankees' first error of the ball game. It's a tough play to try to hit that pitcher on the back end of a double play from first Knocked it short back to the pitcher. And the ball was thrown into the dugout. Michael would have been better off holding that ball. Here's Orlando Cepeda. Driven in a run with a single right center, and he's fouled out. 1 for 2. Yastrzemski leading from second. Cepeda takes outside a ball. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2. 1 out. Yastrzemski at second base. Stottlemyre checks it. And the pitch to Cepeda. Down low, ball 2. Rico Petrocelli on deck. Outfield straight away for Orlando. Infield playing back. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball is a called strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Yastrzemski with the lead from second. Hall sneaking in behind you. The pitch. Swung on line. Foul into the seats behind third base. Counts all even. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Orlando Cepeda. Here's a stretch by Stottlemyre and the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is fouled off. Orlando Cepeda getting some good grips on breaking balls. Yastrzemski down at second base with 1 man out here in the 6th inning. Here's a stretch. And the pitch. Inside, a full count. Stottlemyre came sidearm with that one. The ball broke down and in on Orlando Cepeda, so it's a full count on him. Yankees have 2 runs on 6 hits. The Red Sox 2 runs on 7 hits. Each team has made an error. Stottlemyre likes the sign. Sets up at the belt. And the payoff pitch to Cepeda. Outside, ball 4, lost him. And that's the first walk given up by Stottlemyre. He's also chalked up a strikeout, and the batter now, Rico Petrocelli, the third baseman. Petrocelli has popped to third, and he's single left field. 1 for 2. Yankee infield back looking for 2. Now the set by Stottlemyre, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Petrocelli going to the right side, fouling that pitch off. The Yankees have 122 double plays. They picked up one back in the 4th inning. Matty Alou started it. Alou to Michael, back to Alou. And they need one here. Set by Stottlemyre. And the pitch. Too low. Breaking ball. 1-1. Munson wanted that one. So did Stottlemyre. Merrill now goes back to the rosin bag. Carl Yastrzemski down at second base. Orlando Cepeda on at first. The ball's hit on the ground. Cepeda will never get to second base. He's having an excellent chance of getting 2. A pitch. Too low. 2-1. On deck, Carlton Fisk. at the end of 8. Baltimore 4, Cleveland 2. The next pitch to Petrocelli. Inside. Ball 3. It's 3-1. And Stottlemyre and Munson wanted that pitch. So Mel now in danger of loading the bases up. He's running the count to 3 balls and strike on Petrocelli. The Red Sox have runners at first and second. Only one out here in the 6th inning. Now the set by Stottlemyre. And the pitch. Swung on line, right to Michael. And he goes to Horace Clark for the double play on Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski went off too far. And he's doubled up 6-4. Over the Red Sox in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. After 6 full innings of play, scores all tied up. The Yankees 2 and the Boston Red Sox 2.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
I'm with the Red Cross, and
The Red Cross, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what have you done for us lately?
Well, there was Tropical Storm Agnes last year.
Yeah?
The victims of the storm received millions of dollars in emergency relief.
I heard about that.
And people in Wilkes-Barre and Harrisburg never will forget the job the Red Cross did for them. Then there was the West Virginia flood and the Rapid City flood.
Yeah, I know. I've heard all those things. But like you said, I mean, that was last year.
True. Who knows what'll happen this year, but whatever it is, the Red Cross...
Okay. Granted, you've done a good job in those other places, but what about around here?
Well, your children, do they swim?
Sure.
Guess who taught them?
Huh?
You guessed it.
Yeah, I wonder how much that cost.
It was free.
Really?
Mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So what have you done for us lately? The American Red Cross needs more than your money. They need your time, too. Give some. Become a member. Contact your local Red Cross chapter.
And right here, the score is all tied up 2-2 as we go into the top of the 7th. Thurman Munson, who's been having a tough time here in Boston, leading off for the Yankees. Here's a guy who's had an easy time here in Boston. The scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
Yes, it's been very pleasant so far, Bill. A couple of battles breaking out in the bleachers out there. It always happens when the Yankees and the Red Sox meet. Tempers flare, especially in close ball games. They argue about their heroes against the other heroes, and somebody says something they don't like, and bang. But the police take charge, and things quiet down in a hurry. All right, Thurman Munson has twice bounced to short, but did get credit for a run batted in on his last bounce out with runners at first and third. So Thurman now down to 297. As Curtis, the left-hander, winds, and his pitch is outside, ball 1. 2-2 the score. We're in the top of the 7th. Never thought they'd get this game in the way it was raining early this morning and then later on. The next pitch is high, ball 2. 2-0. Munson steps back, looks down at Dick Hauser. On deck, Greg Nettles. Fenway Park, where no lead is safe, no matter how many runs you have going into the 9th inning. All right, Curtis rocks back. And the pitch line has a base hit for Munson. A low fastball he drilled right back on a low line drive into center field. Reggie Smith hustles the ball back in. So Munson, who had gone 0 for 16, picks up a key base hit here, and the batter now Greg Nettles. Greg has bounced to first and bounced to the shortstop. On deck, Felipe Alou. Yastrzemski's going to hold the bag against Munson. Petrocelli moves in at third. And Curtis nods his head at the sign from Fisk. Munson leads away. And the pitch to Nettles, a foul at the plate, strike 1. That was Thurman's 102nd hit of the year. Joe Brinkman looks the ball over and flips it back to Fisk. Bill told you, a great crowd again. This will be the smallest crowd of the 3 games so far. The one spot they haven't filled is in dead center field. They have maybe a couple of hundred seats out there. All right, Munson leads away. Nobody out. Pitch to Nettles, low, scooped up by Fisk, 1-1. And Nettles again tells the umpire to take a look at it. He's going to throw it out this time. The ball hit the dirt, probably got scuffed up a little bit. One ball, 1 strike on Nettles. 2-2 ball game in the top of the 7th. Curtis to the belt. And the pitch, a curve bounce slowly to third. This will get Munson to second base. Petrocelli's throw to first gets Nettles. But Munson slid in, taking no chances. There was no play for him. Squibbed it right off the end of the bat, as good as a bunt. Except that it cost him a time at bat. But now the Yankees have a runner at second with only 1 out, and Felipe Alou, the batter. Felipe's bounced to short and reached on an error. There's not too many guys I'd rather see in a spot like this, Bill White, than Felipe Alou.
Felipe, the old pro, he's been in this spot a lot of times over his career, and he's come through many times.
All right, Munson leads off second base. Curtis gets the sign, checks Munson at second. And the pitch to Felipe, high and outside, ball 1. On deck, Gene Michael. Only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. They play Felipe as a pull hitter here, which is a little surprising. Reggie Smith slightly in left center. Rick Miller over towards right center. Felipe can hit all over. All right, Curtis ready. And the kick. The pitch, inside, ball 2, 2-0. So he's trying to move the ball around on Felipe, in and out, but both of them missed the strike zone.
Craig Skoke, a left-hander, warming up for the Red Sox, Scooter.
Okay. That's kind of a new name. I know he's pitched a little bit for them. The 2-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 3, 3-0. Well, let's see if they give Felipe the green light as he looks down at Dick Hauser. Good, very well. This is a big run out there at second base. And now they're going to put him on. They're going to give him an intentional walk, figuring that he'd have to get the pitch over and that Ralph Hawk was going to let Felipe hit. So even though only 1 pitch was intentional, it goes down as an intentional walk. That's the first walk given up by Curtis, I believe, Bill.
First one I see.
Well, both pitches have been very sharp in that walk department. Stottlemyre's only walked 1. And now Curtis walks his first man. Here's the stick, Gene Michael. He's lined to center and flied to left. Last night, the Yankees did not have 1 walk in the ball game. All right, runners at first and second, and only 1 out. Runners lead away. Pitch to Michael, a curve swing and a miss. Gene way out in front, strike 1. On deck, Horace Clark. Felipe Alou with a big lead at first because Yastrzemski's almost playing second base. Bill tells you he plays real wide at first on all right-hand batters. Fastball swing and a miss, and then Yastrzemski sneaked in back of Felipe, who dove back head first, but there was no throw. Well, he's tricky back there, Yastrzemski. It's 0-2 on Gene Michael. Petrocelli deep at third and guarding the line. Rick Miller playing very shallow in right field as Curtis comes to the belt. Pitch to Gene, a curve foul tip, just got a piece of it. To stay alive. First 2 games, the wind was blowing from right field to left field. This time it's just the opposite today, blowing from left field to right field.
That's Sparky Lau warming up for the Yankees, Scooter.
Uh-huh. We're getting to that time of the game. All right, Felipe leads off first. Munson off second. The stretch. And the pitch, high and outside, throw to first, but not nearly in time. Felipe got back there easily. Elston Howard yelling and whistling. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don Curtis, the left-hander, on the mound. Here, Milwaukee, looking all over this country and any country for a left-hand pitcher, and the Red Sox are loaded with them. The stretch. Slow curve foul, back and out of play. So the count holds at 1 ball, 2 strikes. This race in the American League East really tightening up the way it was all through the early part of the year. Tigers won a doubleheader over Milwaukee. Baltimore winning last night. Yankees winning again. That's why every game is a big game. All right, Michael choking up on the bat as Curtis sets. And the pitch to Gene. Fastball line to right center field, but Smith is coming on and makes the running catch. Gene hit the ball right on the nose, but Reggie Smith, getting a good jump, came up with that line. A 2 out. And now Horace Clark, who is 3 for 3, has singled 3 times, was caught stealing once, and has raised his average 6 points in this game. He's batting .270 and has 109 base hits on the year. So Horace 3 for 3, 2 out, 2 on, and the score tied 2-2 in the top of the 7th inning here at Fenway Park. Michael has lined twice to Reggie Smith in center field. Stretch by Curtis. Pitch to Clark, a curve in there, strike 1 call. Matty Alou on deck. Each team with 7 base hits. Each team has made an error, and each team has scored twice. All right, runners lead at first and second. Curtis kicks and delivers high and outside, 1-1. Again, Rick Miller playing shallow in right field. And with the short left field porch, Harper is not too deep in left field. So Munson is really going to have to get a running start on a base hit to either right or left. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike. Curtis, very slow, deliberate worker out on the mound. Two balls, 1 strike on Clark, 2 out and 2 on. Curtis gets the sign. Comes to the belt. Fastball foul, that'll be out of play as it goes back into the crowd over the Red Sox dugout. And it evens the count at 2-2. A lot of deuces now. Deuces usually are lucky in a card game. There are 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-2 the score, and 2 men on. Curtis smoothing the dirt around the pitching area. Big pitch in the ball game will be coming up. All right, Curtis has the sign. His pitch, curve high and tightness 3-2. So now the Yankees get a little bit of a break as they can be running with the pitch, which will give Munson a little better chance to score on a base hit. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the stretch. The runners go. The ball is outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Only the second walk given up by Curtis both this inning. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network, and we pause for station identification.
Hi, baseball fans. This is Bill Edwardson. And if you want to have a little music to go along with your scores and sports comments, why don't you join me in the morning on Breakfast with Bill? 7 o'clock right here at WQBK and WQBK FM Rensselaer.
Oh, a tough ball game, but you notice that both men that he walked, Bill White, were right-hand batters. Pitching very careful to him with a left-hander coming up next.
Well, of course, Matty doesn't make any difference who's pitching to him. He's going to slap the ball around anyway. Matty doesn't strike out too much.
wish Matty could just close his eyes and think there's nobody on base in this situation. And then just hang out a frozen rope. All right, the bases are loaded with 2 out. The pitch to Matty. On the outside corner, strike one call. Matty has bounced to short, fouled to the catcher, and hit into a double play. 2-2 the score. 2 out and bases loaded. Top of the 7th. Curtis rears back. The pitch is fouled back out of play. And Scooter almost got that. My son, who is here, paying me a visit after 7 weeks of absence. A little too high. I'm going to give him a few more vitamin pills. So it's 0-2 on Matty Alou. Curtis ready. His pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matty was walking up on that pitch. Walks around the batter's box. Now back in. Tommy Harper way over in left, near the left field foul line. All 3 runners leading away. Clark, Alou, and Munson. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. He couldn't check it on a curveball, and Matty Alou is out. Went after a bad curveball, low and away. The 3rd strikeout for Curtis, and his biggest of the ball game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left, and in the middle of the 7th, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
All through the month of August, listen to Marsh Hallman's Morning Line from Saratoga. Each racing morning at 9:15. Join Bill Johnson, Barry Frank, and a special guest live from the clubhouse at Saratoga. You'll hear an interesting interview, along with the latest scratches from the day's racing card. Then in the afternoon on WQBK Radio, you'll hear the racing results completely up to date, along with the feature race of the day. That's Marsh Hallman's Morning Line at 9:15, and QBK's results as soon as they're available all through August on Sports-Minded WQBK Radio, AM and FM Rensselaer.
Hi, this is Jack Hopp. You know, WQBK is really unique in offering more good music, extensive sports coverage, and personal involvement, and that's why I'm happy that we can all be part of it. Weekdays at 3 and Saturday mornings at 6:30.
All right, Mel Stottlemyre now will be working to the bottom 3rd of the Red Sox lineup. Carlton Fisk, Rick Miller, and Mario Guerrero. Fisk was hit with a pitch and scored in the 2nd inning, and then he popped to the shortstop, 0 for 1. Well, the final score, Baltimore continues to win. They beat Cleveland 4-2. Cuellar the winner, 8-11, and Bosman the loser, 3-12. And this, of course, is a battle for first place now. The Yankees must win to stay in first place. All right, this game is all tied 2-2. We go into the bottom of the 7th. Mel Stottlemyre and John Curtis hooked up in a pitching duel. Fisk, the big right-hand hitting catcher. First pitch by Mel is low and away, ball 1. Fisk has 16 doubles, 19 homers, and 48 runs batted in. And the Red Sox fans coming alive here in the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is popped up. It's playable. Greg Nettles in foul territory, right near the coaching box, makes the catch, and there's 1 out, and that's a big out. That'll bring up Rick Miller, who doubled to deep left center in the 2nd inning to drive in a run, and then was cut down as he made what I thought was a bad slide into 3rd base. His feet were way past the bag, but Nettles, getting the relay from Mercer to Clark, back to Nettles, tagged him as he was trying to hook it with his arm. Then Miller hit into a fast double play in the 4th inning. Pitch to the left-hand hitter inside, ball 1. One out, nobody on. Mel rocks back. Pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0. Miller had stepped back. Now he's ready, so is Mel. And the 2-0 pitch is low, ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0 delivery. Right down the middle, 3-1. On deck is Guerrero, playing in place of Luis Aparicio today. The 3-1 delivery. Swing and a bounce to the second. Clark short hops it. Throws to Matty Alou, and they're a 2-away. So Stottlemyre came back after being behind 3-0, and here's Guerrero's fly to left and bounce to third. A 2-2 ball game. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Lights have been on here at Fenway Park. And on deck, Tommy Harper. Guerrero, right-hand batter, stands well up on the plate. Takes a strike on the outside corner. No came side on. Felipe Alou playing a shallow right field on the right hand, hitting Guerrero. The 1-strike pitch, a curve, hit deep to left center field. Roy White back on the warning track, though, and makes the catch right in front of the scoreboard. Big sigh of relief. 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of 7, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Introducing Boston Spa National Bank's free personal checking account service. Write as many checks as you want without a service charge by maintaining an average monthly balance of $400 or more. And if you prefer to maintain a lower monthly average balance, Boston Spa National's new personal checking account plan permits you to write as many checks as you want for a fixed monthly charge based on your average balance. No minimum balance required. No charge for deposits. No charge if account is not used. You get an initial supply of personalized checks free. You'll get a statement every month, and you can enjoy unlimited use of your account at no charge just by keeping an average balance of $400 or more in your account. And you may want to take advantage of Boston Spa National's computerized automatic payment service to build your savings account or make your mortgage payments or any installment loan payment. Even your Christmas Club payments can be automatic. Pick up a folder at your nearest office of Boston Spa National Bank for full details. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
All right, we're going into the critical innings now, the 8th and 9th. Score all side 2-2. Been very little long balling in this game compared to the other 2 ball games, and that screen was hit quite often. As we told you, the wind is not blowing the same as it was the first 2 nights, and that has a lot to do with it. Matter of fact, the Red Sox have 7 base hits and only, 2 doubles and 5 singles. The Yankees, 7 base hits, all singles. So Roy White, who has scored both Yankee runs, bounced into a forced play, then stole second and scored on Mercer's single in the first, singled, and later scored in the 4th, will lead it off for the Yankees. All right, Curtis, a left-hander. His first pitch to White is a curve in there, strike 1 call. Roy White has scored 63 times this year. That's the most runs scored by any Yankee. Slow curve bounce slowly to third. They're going to have to hurry to get him. Petrocelli up the throw to first. They got him just barely, but they got him. As White was coming down to touch the bag, the throw just got there. I didn't think Rico could get him, but he's made some fine throws over there. Now Bobby Mercer. Bobby singled in the first to drive in a run, which was his 75th of the year, and then struck out in the 4th, popped to short in the 6th. On deck, Jim Ray Hart. All right, Mercer stepping in. 2-2 the score. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 8th. Outfield deep and around towards right. First pitch by Curtis is high and tight, ball 1.
Fred Bean and Fritz Peterson pitching and getting loose for the Yankees in their bullpen on right field.
All right, William, that fastball is in there, and it's 1-1. And Curtis has been getting Bobby with fastballs. Struck him out on a fastball and got him to pop to short on a fastball. He'll slip in a curve every once in a while. Here's the windup. Fastball pulled foul past Elston Howard. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Curtis back to the rosin bag. Bobby has 134 base hits. All right, he gets ready in the box. As Curtis is ready on the mound. Fastball pulled foul again outside of first. Ball gets away from the ball boy, rolls out in the field. He retrieves it. He's jammed Mercer twice with fastballs. Let's see if he will throw a curveball to Bobby. Well, Bobby has been stroking the breaking pitches very well in this series. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch, there's the curve, but it's way low and outside. 2-2. All right, Fisk gives the sign to Curtis. He kicks, delivers a curve, low and outside, ball 3, 3-2. So now a full count on Bobby Mercer. Curtis goes back to the rosin bag. And the payoff pitch. Curve, strike 3. Fisk dropped the ball, tags Mercer. Bobby does not believe it, but he is called out on strikes. He threw 3 curveballs, 2 of them were bad, and that one nicked the corner, though Bobby didn't believe it. Walks away, dragging his bat behind him, and the batter now, Jim Ray Hart, struck out, singled, and flied to center. Hart the batter, and Munson on deck. Here's the pitch to Jim Ray, a curve low and inside, ball 1. I don't know what it is, but when certain hitters get up, like Jim Ray Hart and Orlando Cepeda, that fence seems to move in a little bit. You get that feeling, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
High and outside, ball 2. So Curtis behind 2-0. Like to see Jim Ray guess for a pitch now and get it. The 2-0 pitch. He lines it to right field, and Miller coming on, makes the shoestring catch of a sinking line drive. And the Yankees are down in order in the top of the 8th, 3 up, 3 down. In the middle of the 8th inning is the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Hi, sports fans. This is Bill Edwardson, program director of WQBK AM and FM Rensselaer. With a reminder, we've got something for everybody in the way of sports. If you're an outdoor sportsman, hunter, fisher, backpacker, canoeist, that sort of thing, Jim Keneally is here on WQBK. And of course, through the year, I think we brought you many things. The Siena basketball games, the Catholic High tournament locally, and then we went down to Washington, D.C. to cover the Knights of Columbus high school basketball tournament. We had some Babe Ruth baseball on the air this year. And of course, the New York Yankees, the ever-increasing lead New York Yankees. And now we've got something very exciting for you, too. Joe Lutz with Sports Talk every night at 7 o'clock. Call up Joe at 462-5555 and talk about sports. And perhaps more exciting for football Giant fans, we've got the Giants for you. Yep, WQBK has arranged with WNEW and Hughes Sports Network and the New York Giant Mara family to bring you all of the New York Giant football games. Every game at home and away, all 20 games, preseason and season games. On WQBK, we've got music all day with John Watson, Jack Hopke, yours truly, and John DeRemus. And sports on WQBK.
Especially leading off Tommy Harper. He has singled, doubled, and bounced to third. Tommy hitting .269, right-hand batter. All right, Stottlemyre ready on the mound. First pitch to the right hand hitting Harper is on the outside corner, strike 1 call. A lot of action tonight in both leagues. Sidearm curve, did he check it? Munson says, ask the umpire. He asked the umpire and he says no at first base. So it's 1-1. Hank Morganwick at first base. Doug Griffin on deck. Nobody on. Mel's 1-1 pitch is fouled back and out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Right now the flag is limp out in center field. There's barely any wind at all. Sun trying to break through the overcast. We can see a little blue sky. Hit deep to center field. Mercer going back, way back, and makes a one-hand catch 1 foot in front of the center field wall. And it's a good thing that wind stopped blowing when it did, Bill.
He got all of that. He has been the Red Sox hottest hitter this month. He's already driven in 25 runs. He's picked up a couple of home runs already in this series. He got all of that one, but as you mentioned, the wind has stopped blowing and Mercer caught up with it.
Wow, and the sun just popped out then. It's going to go back, but Harper brought the sun out. Mercer did, too, with that fine catch. Bobby ran out of real estate out there in center field. 1 out. Doug Griffin. Bunt single, bounce to third, fly to right. Mel's pitch, he tries to bunt again, takes it low, ball 1. That time Mattiello was coming in, and so was Nettles and Stottlemyre. And on deck, Reggie Smith. 2-2 the score in the bottom of the 8th. That pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0. So Stottlemyre has not walked Griffin. He has fallen behind on him each time at bat. Griffin has only 1 home run all year. There's a ball hit through the middle, a base hit. Mel got his glove down a little too late. So Griffin lines a single up the middle. Base hit number 8 for the Red Sox, and the batter, Reggie Smith, who is 1 for 3. He's popped the third, struck out, singled, and here comes Ralph out. And Sparky Lyle has been throwing out in the bullpen. They're sending the car out to get him, Bill.
Well, looks that way. I guess Ralph said first base hit off Stottlemyre is going to take him out of there. He's not there. We're going to get the left-hander Lyle. No, wait a minute, Scooter. Is that Lyle or is that Peterson? Oh, that's Lyle. Peterson just opening the gate for Lyle. Fritz started toward that, toward the gate. I thought it was going to be Peterson, but it's going to be Sparky Lyle. And Lyle has yet to beat his former teammate. Lyle being brought in here, driven in from the Yankees bullpen out in right field to replace Mel Stottlemyre. So Stottlemyre goes 7 1/3. Here the reception Lyle gets here. Stottlemyre goes 7 1/3 innings, gives up just 2 runs on 8 hits. And Lyle will take over for him here in the 8th inning with 1 man out and 1 man on. Mel gets a fine hand as he leads. A lot of Yankee fans on that left field side. Lyle's making his 41st appearance for the Yankees. He's won 4 games and lost 6. 3 of those losses to the Red Sox. He's picked up 26 saves, an ERA of an even 2. He's pitched 67 2/3 innings, allowed 15 earned runs. Lyle was a victim, picked up the loss in the opening game of this series when Rick Miller singled up the middle on him to win the first game for the Red Sox. The Yankees came back last night and won that one 5-4. So Lyle in now. They're going to make Smith turn around. He'll bat right-handed. Smith, left-handed, bats a .277 right-handed. He bats .338.
Wow.
Has more power left-handed. He's hit 10 home runs left-handed, only 4 right-handed.
Okay, Bill, thank you. And leading off at first, Doug Griffin, the stretch, and the pitch to Smith, swing and a miss, strike 1. And Sparky didn't want that slider up there. He got it up around the letters, which is always dangerous here at Fenway. On deck, Carl Yastrzemski. 1 out, 2-2 the score. Lyle ready. Pitch low and inside this time. It's 1-1. Sparky back to the grass where the rosin bag is. Little rosin goes to his mouth. Now walks back in the pitching area. Suddenly a cool breeze has sprung up here, and the wind has shifted completely and is blowing from right field to left field as it was in the first 2 games. Sparky kicks, delivers. It's hit high in the air, but not too deep. Roy White's got a beat on it. He's under it on the warning track and makes the catch. He just didn't get the good wood on that, or it would have been gone, because just as we mentioned 2 minutes ago, the wind switched completely. Had been blowing from left field to right field. Now it's blowing from right field to left field. There are 2 out, and the batter is Carl Yastrzemski. Fly to center, bounce to first twice. Two men out. Score tied 2-2. Griffin at first. And on deck, Orlando Cepeda. Here's the stretch by Lyle. The pitch to Yaz is a slider just, I don't know where, but it's called a ball. I don't know whether it was high or low. Sparky ready again. Swing and a miss. Good slider again. It's 1-1. Orlando Cepeda on deck. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, and the score tied 2-2, bottom of the 8th. Doug Griffin at first base. Matty Alou holding him on. Lyle sets. His pitch low and away, 2-1. All right, Yaz ready in the batter's box. Sparky ready on the mound. His pitch in there, strike 2 call. Sparky's got that slider working. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Sun shining brightly right now. The stretch, the pitch, struck him out, swing. Oh, man, that ball exploded out of the strike zone. Yastrzemski went for it. So Lyle comes in, does the job. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. At the end of 8 full innings, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Here's an unusual sound of Schaefer, the blend of the electric flute and the Indian sitar. Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Will be on the mound tomorrow night, game time 7:30 here in Boston. Of course, we'll have it for you at 7:25, and tomorrow night's broadcast and tomorrow night's ball game will also be televised on WPIX Channel 11. So Klein against Roger Moret, and then the Yankees, of course, will go play the tough Detroit Tigers for 3 after they leave here tomorrow night. For 4 games with the Tigers. 3 night games and a day game. Day game on Sunday. Here's the Scooter.
All right, Bill. So we go into the 9th inning again. All 3 games have been decided in the 9th inning. Well, I shouldn't say all 3 because this might go extra innings. The first 2 were decided in the 9th inning. This one is yet to be decided. Thurman Munson bounced to short twice. Single has driven in a run. That should put Thurman right back at 300 again. Nope, 299. All right, the pitch by Curtis to Munson. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It'll be Munson, Nettles, and Felipe Alou. Unbelievable that attendance again. The one-strike pitch. He checked it in time, and it's 1-1.
30,689.
Boy, they expected only 100,000 for these 4 games, and they've in the 90s already.
Well, they got 31,000 the first night, 33 last night, and 30 here.
95,000 already. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2, 2-1. Sun shining very brightly now, and a lot of blue sky overhead. With the shift in the wind, the sun has come out. And a cool breeze, which is very thanked. Anyway, we're thankful for the cool breeze. The 2-1 delivery. Curve pulled foul right over the Yankee dugout. And the count is even at 2-2.
We have this crowd here, Scooter, despite the fact that this game almost looked as though it might be rained out.
Well, I tell you, early this morning, I didn't give it a chance. It rained hard. All right, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and nobody on in the top of the 9th, all tied 2-2. The pitch, fastball lined. Fair ball down the line. Munson's going to go for 2. He's around first. And we'll be in at second with a sliding double. He almost overslid the bag. That was almost as bad a slide as Rick Miller made into third base. For some reason, Thurman thought it was going to be closer and try to fade away. And all he had to do was slide straight in. But nevertheless, he's there with a leadoff double right down the line. That couldn't have been fair by more than an inch.
Now, those people down that left field line that jut out there, they almost grabbed themselves as the ball went by.
I was hoping they would make sure it was a double. But that Harper made some throw last night to get Roy White at the plate. Here comes Eddie Casco.
Bob Boland and Greg Skoke. Boland a right-hander, Skoke a left-hander, warming up for the Red Sox in their bullpen.
This has got to be one of the toughest decisions for a manager to make. Whether to leave the starting pitcher in or take him out.
Casco has been having a little bit of trouble with his bullpen. He might let this pitcher stay there. He brought in Veal last night, and Veal lost it for him. So he's going to let Curtis stick around.
All right, that Bill White thinks like a manager all the time.
I just read these Boston papers. They'll tell you anything you want to know. Plus some things that you never heard of. Plus some things that really never happened.
Okay, Greg Nettles is 0 for 3. Munson at third. Let's see if Greg will bunt this ball or get him over. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. It's a big run out there, and they let Nettles swing away on the first pitch. But Greg's job now is to get Munson over to third with less than 2 out. Stretched by Curtis. And the pitch. Nettles is going to swing, and it's outside, 1-1. Now Dick Hauser looks in at Ralph Houck. Gives some signs to Greg Nettles. Doug Griffin, the second baseman, is playing back on the outfield grass. Curtis to the belt. And the pitch, swing and a bounce to the second. He did his job. He'll be thrown out, but he moves Munson to third base, which is all important. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network, and we pause for station identification.
You're listening to WQBK and WQBK-FM Rensselaer, where you'll find John's World every day from 11 to 3 and Sunday nights from 7 to midnight. I'm John Watson, and you're invited to pay us a visit. When you do drop by, though, be sure and bring a friend. It's a lot more fun that way.
See if they'll put Felipe on. Yep, they're going to give Felipe another intentional walk. And now we'll have to see if Gene Michael will hit. Michael is the scheduled batter. This is the second intentional walk that will be given to Felipe. As Bill White told you, Felipe has been around a long, long time, one of the top clutch hitters in baseball. Michael is walking out to the on-deck circle, which could be a decoy, might not be, but that's ball 3 thrown to Felipe. And this will be ball 4. And the Yankees will have runners at first and third with only 1 out with the score tied. And there it is, ball 4. The score is tied 2-2. Michael is doctoring his bat legally with a little pine tar. And Gene is going to come up and bat. Now, Gene has hit the ball hard today. He's lined hard to center field twice and 5 to left. Munson's at third. Felipe Alou at first. And Gene Michael, the man of the hour right now. And Gene could make Gene Michael night, August the 10th, even a much more pleasant a night by doing a job right here. 2-2 the score. Only one out. Munson, 90 feet from home plate at third base. All right, the infield is in. Stretched by Curtis. And the pitch to Michael, outside ball one. On deck, Horace Clark. Gene looking down at Dick Hauser now. Never can tell if the squeeze might be on, although Ralph Houck very seldom uses that play. You just cannot tell. Here's the stretch. The run is coming. The ball is bunted and missed. And Michael trying to block Fisk. And Munson knocks him over and wants to go at Fisk. And they go at each other, and now there's a big fight at home plate. And Michael grabs Fisk and screams Fisk. Oh, man, Michael went after Carlton Fisk, and he's after him again and hits him again. And Fisk is hitting him with the ball. Now, that's not fair. Fisk has still got the ball in his hand and is hitting Michael with it. Gene Michael missed the squeeze play. He knew he had made a bad play and then tried to block Carlton Fisk from tagging Munson. Munson came charging in and bowled Fisk over. Bowled him over twice, as a matter of fact, but Fisk held onto the ball. Munson is out. And then Munson went after Fisk. Somebody grabbed Munson, and Michael went after Fisk. They were the only three fighting. And Gene Michael, I believe, is hurt. Gene is shaken up a little bit. I tell you, Fisk was swinging at both Munson and Michael with the ball still in his hand. Boy, both benches empty. The bullpen's even empty. It looks like a football game down there now, Bill, with all the players from both teams out there. They're still trying to calm Michael down. And Guerrero and Lanier are going at it now. And they break up Guerrero and... Oh, is that Ralph Houck? That's Ralph Houck. And Guerrero and Lanier want to go at each other. Munson over there. But there are two out now. And Guerrero is being held back by... Is that Bob Veal out there, Bill?
Yeah, Bob Veal, I don't think he's going to get around Veal. Guerrero's a little bit too small to want to go at one of those big fellas. Besides, I guess Aparicio and Kennedy or somebody can play shortstop in case he wants to start again. Nobody might be thrown out of this thing, so if the case might start up again, I'm sure somebody would get thrown out.
All right, listen to the crowd. I tell you, that was exciting. So Michael is out there at 2 out on the play. Felipe went to second base. As a strike. Rather, let's see. They've got 2 balls, no strikes, but I know Michael bunted at that ball and missed it completely. And now Eddie Casco is arguing the scoreboard has 2 balls, no strikes, but Gene bunted right through the ball. And I don't know whether they're arguing that Michael should be thrown out of the game. But as Bill White said, I don't believe anybody's going to be thrown out of the game. Fisk could be thrown out. I've seen batters keep the bat in their hand when a big pitcher came after them, but I never saw a catcher keep the ball in his hand and hit an opposing player with the baseball. I said if there's a fight, that Gene Michael's in it. He is the scrappiest, skinniest shortstop I've ever seen. He didn't shy away from anybody.
No.
He was really trying to block Carlton Fisk from tagging Thurman Munson. I'm saying if that wasn't interference, I've never seen interference. He just put his shoulder to Fisk's stomach and kept pushing him.
All he was trying to do was get out of the way. He had bunted through the ball, ended up in the third base line, and he was trying to get out of the way. Now, if Fisk doesn't shut up, he's going to get thrown out.
Yes, sir. Casco's trying to get him out of there. And Shylock's trying to push Fisk. And he gets between Fisk and Brinkman. And I tell you, Fisk has got a lot of the Fenway Park dirt on his uniform with a little mud. But Michael laid a few shots on him. I want to tell you, he creamed him a couple of times.
Fisk got a few in, too.
Yeah, he did. I don't want to make it sound one-sided.
You know, both teams have been jawing at Joe Brinkman the whole ball game on balls and strike counts. And Fisk still after Brinkman.
Well, they have changed it anyway to 1 ball, 1 strike, so that couldn't have been the argument. I guess it's whether Michael should be ejected or not.
Well, what they're talking about maybe is that they might call double play, Michael out for interference, and the runner coming down from third. That would have been third much
you just
enough.
explained the play so beautifully that Michael was trying to get out of the way.
Well, Casco, of course, doesn't see it that way. That's the way I saw it.
You're right. Casco is arguing that point. But he's not going to win it. I can tell you that right now. Because it's an umpire's judgment play. And the umpire has already made his judgment call. Meanwhile, Curtis is limpering up with Yastrzemski. Felipe Alou is at second base. There are 2 out. And Michael will still be the batter.
You ever have any fights with the Red Sox when you played?
Oh, many.
Did you?
Many fights. Although I was never in one. I mean, you know, not that I'm chicken. I'm yellow, but not chicken. I just never found anybody smaller than me. So I watched a lot of fights. Well, you know yourself, when there's an intense rivalry throughout so many years between one club and another, temper's bound to expand. This series has been so tight and means so much that there's got to be friction. When you played with certain teams, what were your rivals?
Dodgers.
Well, they seem to be everybody's rivals, especially the Giants,
Yep. Dodger, Giants, Cardinals, Dodgers, Cardinals, Cubs, Cardinals, Phillies. Nobody like Gene Mock.
Oh, I know it.
His own players.
Yeah, that's right.
Now it looks like somebody's going to be thrown out. I think they're going to throw Fisk out.
And maybe Munson. I mean, I think this is what is called arbitration, I believe. Throw one player out from each side.
It might hurt Boston a little bit more because Fisk is due up third next inning, or the bottom of this inning. Of course, Munson is already hit.
Well,
whatever.
I don't think they're going to do it because Houck is running back.
Yeah, here comes Montgomery. He's going to do the catching.
Oh.
So Fisk is gone, and Munson's probably gone. There's Thurman down on the Yankee, on the top step of the Yankee dugout. I think he wants to go back out and get his money's worth.
He's got his hat turned around ready to catch. Put his mask on, but I don't know.
Now, I'm sure if Fisk and Munson have been booted out of this ballgame, Bob Montgomery just ran in from the Red Sox bullpen, and he'll probably do the catching. And now Jerry Moses starts loosening up with the Yankees, and he's going to run in. So both catchers have been booted out of this ballgame, and they aren't going to do anything to Michael. As I told you, Michael is as clean could be. He hasn't been able.
Shortstops. They know they can't pin anything on his shortstop.
He just got caught in the middle of all that.
Danny Cater will go out and take over Montgomery's job of loosening up one of the pitches out there. And Jerry Moses is coming in, so Bill White was right. Munson and Fisk have been ejected. Fisk just does not want to leave.
Now maybe they'll let him stay there and just start the ball game with him standing there.
And you can hear the crowd. Yankees go home. Oh, what a ball game. 2-2 the score, 2 out. Excitement on a squeeze bunt. All right, here comes Bob Montgomery. And Fisk is still arguing with Joe Brinkman. Too bad this game is not on television. Tomorrow night it will be on television. And tempers will still be hot tomorrow night. Montgomery wants to talk with Curtis. And Fisk, I believe, is finally going to leave, although he might stop and have a few more words with Brinkman. He does. He's putting on some show for the crowd. And they give him a big hand.
Better be careful. Marty Patton might be waiting for him in there to go again. He and Patton had words.
That's right. That Fisk gets everybody mad, including his own teammates. All right, Kurt is going to be allowed to throw a few pitches. And Gene Michael now comes out of the Yankee dugout. A little scarred and battered. Gene now will really be bearing down more than ever. Listen to the crowd get on Michael. Gene has a count of 1 ball, 1 strike on him. 2 men are out. The score is tied 2-2. Felipe Alou is down at second base. And on that attempted suicide squeeze bunt, Michael missed the bunt, and Fisk tagged him out. All right, the count is 1-1. Gene Michael now. He has lined twice to center and flied to left. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Felipe Alou has got to get a good lead off second. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Gene. Ground ball is short. Guerrero gets it on one knee. Throw to first in time, and they get Gene Michael. For the Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left. And in the middle of the 9th inning, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Man, I can't take that long hair stuff.
Okay. Oh, I can tolerate that. Actually, they're both expressions of art. I adore art. I just don't like loud music. Art comes in all shapes and forms.
Man, I only like art I already like.
And even then, very little of it. Give the other side a chance. What you hear might still be noise to you, but it just might be music to your ears. Art is for man's sake. Support the arts for your sake.
Brought to you by the Business Committees for the Arts.
When you're weary, feeling small.
Or when your hitchhiking adventure becomes a bad dream, Capital District Travelers Aid can help. That's why we're here. You can see us at the Trailways Depot in Albany or the Travel Center in Schenectady. Call 785-1318, a United Way agency.
I'm on your side.
Well, Jerry Moses has moved in behind the plate as Munson has been banished from this ball game. So Moses will do the catching for the Yankees as we go into the bottom half of the 9th inning with the score all tied up. Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
I tell you, Sparky Lyle now with his work cut out for him. 3 right-hand batters, Cepeda, Petrocelli, and Montgomery. Orlando has singled a drive and a run, foul to the catcher, and walked. 2-2 the score in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now, we have had a lot of excitement here at Fenway Park. Some fights breaking out in the stands again. All right, the first pitch to Orlando is on the outside corner, strike one call. I believe it was Cepeda who homered off Sparky Lyle way back in the opening of the season here at Fenway. Bouncer to second base. Horace Clark up with it. Got a lot of time and throws Cepeda out. There's one away. All right, one on now. Rico Petrocelli. Rico has popped to third, single to left, and hit into a double play. Actually lined into a double play. All right, Lyle ready. He winds. His pitch is right in there. Strike one call. Outfield deep and around towards left on the right hand hitting Rico. Sparky's pitch, bouncing ball is short. Michael has it. Throw to first base, and there are 2 outs. 2 men out, and the batter will be Bob Montgomery. Carlton Fisk would have been batting right now, but Montgomery has come on to do the batting. Montgomery's
pretty well, isn't he? Yeah, not only that, Scooter, when he's played, he's hit some long balls for the Red Sox. Bob Montgomery's batting .375. He has 4 home runs and 18 runs batted in.
Oh, boy. 2 out, nobody on. Jerry Moses making Sparky wait just a little bit. All right, 2-2 the score. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that slider was in a beautiful spot down and in. And now Felipe Alou is running back to get a ball and flips it back into the Red Sox bullpen. Sparky says, wait a minute, let's wait till Felipe gets back. He's back now. The windup and the pitch, swing and a miss at an off-speed breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. Ooh, Sparky came up with that one from out of the blue. He usually just hums the fastball or the slider in there. 0-2 the count. He winds again. Kicks, delivers. Bouncer foul over in the Yankee dugout. Still 0-2. On deck, Rick Miller. Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2 in the bottom of the ninth with 2 out. Somebody shining a mirror out in the bleachers. And the pitch. Ground ball hit hard through Nettles' legs out into left field. White is up with it and fires in at second base. And that should be an error. We'll wait and see. The ball was hit hard. They're going to give him a base hit. They gave Petrocelli an error on a ball just like that. It was hit hard. But right under the glove of Greg Nettles. And now the batter, Rick Miller, who has doubled, hit into a double play and bounced to second. 2 out, Montgomery at first. All right, Montgomery not a threat to steal. Left hand hitting Rick Miller up there. The stretch, the pitch, low, ball 1.
Miller beat Lyle the opening game of this series.
Right, he got the big base hit in the bottom of the ninth, and we're in the bottom of the ninth now. Lyle to the belt. Low, ball 2, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 out. 2-2 the score, bottom of the ninth. The kick and the pitch is low, ball 3, 3-0. Sparky back to the rosin bag. Doesn't want to walk this man to get that runner in scoring position. His 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. 4 pitches. Miller gets a walk. That moves Montgomery to second. Miller to first, and the batter, Mario Guerrero, twice fly to left, once bounced to third. Now, the Yankees are going to have to move their outfielders in a little bit for a possible play at the plate on a base hit. All right, runners lead off first and second. Lyle sets. And his pitch low and inside, ball one. Sparky got the first two men out very easily. And a single and a walk. Now he's in a jam. He sets again. And the pitch, low, ball two, 2-0. Sparky has thrown 6 straight balls. 4 to Miller, 2 to Guerrero. Two balls, no strikes. Lyle ready. There's a strike, a good slider on the inside corner, 2-1. Sparky comes to the belt. His pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 men on, the bottom of the ninth. Lyle back to the rosin bag. Sparky gets the sign from Moses. Here's the stretch. The pitch, foul at the plate. Count holds at 2-2. So Lyle again goes back to the rosin bag. All of a sudden, the skies are pretty blue, sun shining. All right, Sparky ready for another 2-2 pitch. Here it is, and it's hit up the middle, a base hit. And Mercer will have to hurry. Montgomery coming in to score, and the Red Sox win. Sparky Lyle is beaten again as the Red Sox win it 3-2 on a single to center field by Mario Guerrero. After 2 are out, and now with the totals and the highlights, here's Bill White.
All right, Scoot, another close game here in Boston. The Red Sox coming through in the ninth inning this time to win it by a score of 3-2. Game was all tied up 2-2 going into the ninth inning. Sparky Lyle got Cepeda and Petrocelli on bounce outs, but then Bob Montgomery, who got into the ball game here in the ninth when Carlton Fisk was kicked out fighting Thurman Munson. Munson was also booted. Montgomery hit a shot down the third baseline and scooted under the glove of the Yankee third baseman, Greg Nettles. He was given a base hit. Then Miller walked on 4 straight pitches, forcing Montgomery to second base, and Mario Guerrero, former Yankee shortstop, single up the middle, scoring Montgomery with the winning run, and the Red Sox win it by a score of 3-2. A rundown, Boston 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Yankees 2 runs, 8 hits, and they also made 1 error. The winning pitcher, John Curtis, he's now 10-8. The loser, Sparky Lyle, who loses his 5th straight game to the Boston Red Sox. Lyle is now 4-7, and 4 of those 7 losses at the hands of the Red Sox this year. So once again, the final score, the Boston Red Sox 3 and the New York Yankees 2. Now this is Bill White speaking for Phil Rizzuto and Frank Messer, our producer Bill Kane, and our engineer Hal Brown saying so long from Fenway Park in Boston.